And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Robert Kelly.
Somebody check on Dennis Leary. All of Boston's heroes are getting creamed yesterday. Jacob, it's not funny. Bobby had a real thing happening on the subway.
I hate that song.
You hate it because it's stupidly catchy.
It's stupidly catchy. I hate it.
They haven't changed it since the 70s, I think.
I hate it, and I hate the dance.
The dance is atrocious, right? If somebody was dancing, if somebody was doing that dance at me, I don't know what I'd do.
Wait, the dance you do is a dance?
Well, I'm doing a bit of a mummer strut. I'm not nailing it. You need a sort of a umbrella to really nail the mummer strut.
Yeah, what is it? Carousel? What is it?
Parasol?
A parasol.
Is that what he said?
Ugh.
Parasol.
Black loose, black pretentious friend. Real nice, dude.
Was that your buddy?
Oh, yeah, that was one of my closest friends.
Yeah, nice guy.
It's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Parasol, son of a bitch.
That's a parasol. It stinks. It
yeah,
stinks.
see what I mean? It's a little bit of a strut.
Oh, fucking gross.
Philadelphia. Let him know. He's teaching you. 76ers.
I hate that it's just never, it's always moving.
Yeah,
it's
just
so
nonstop
fluid.
moving forward and back. It's essentially, you could do it drunk. That's the idea. Like if you go forward and you start falling sideways and then catch yourself the other direction, you're doing it. You're basically doing it.
Hang on, I have to go to my purse for a second.
Go into your satchel.
I gotta get my
Wait a second.
my Nosferatu light.
Bobby?
Yes.
Are you carrying a gun now? Is that a gun I see?
Where?
Bobby, don't. Is that steroids in a gun? No, it's like after school special, someone leaves their bag open and you see something in there. Bobby, what's that in there?
Did.
It's for protection, dude.
Yeah, I did bring my knife I should have had.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, time to switch it up. Oh, man. That would have taken out. Oh, is that the tiger lady thing? So when they rape you, you can collect their DNA?
No, those are tiger knuckles.
Oh.
This is a man knife.
It does stop a rape, though.
It does. It can actually, you can have one, too.
That's when they rape you to show you what a homo you are.
I'll tell you what. Tiger lady is awesome.
What?
I want a tiger lady so bad.
You want it just on your fist?
It's little Wolverine knuckles.
Yeah, but you got to get close.
Yeah, well, I'm going to lure them into a false sense of security by letting them rape me.
Right.
And then while they're raping me, I'm like, you'll never get away with this. I got your DNA now. And then hope they don't beat me to death or kill me.
So the tiger knuckle gets the DNA. It's a DNA scraper.
It gathers.
It gathers DNA.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't look so cool. Look. Wham. Jacob, don't you want that for the subway?
Tiger.
I don't need that.
Why? Because you have an actual knife? But think about this. You have the knife in your dominant hand, right? And in your left hand, you happen to have Wolverine claws no one's thinking about.
Yeah, and we can change the name to Tiger Dude.
Yeah.
My body is my weapon.
Okay,
Well, you
I
gonna
like
get
the way
naked?
I like the way you're talking.
You're gonna
I
take
really
your
do.
shirt off and show them your chains and lean on the wall backwards and arch your back and
Once we
present.
get these shower pictures, buddy, you're never gonna have to fuck again. People are
Those
gonna know what's up.
We should make stickers. We should make a sticker out of the thing and put it all over the city.
I want Tiger Lady so bad. Don't you, Christine?
Yeah, it is a cool little device.
It was very meek.
Yeah, really.
So it's cute and
I guess
adorable.
I'll take a guy's eye out or something.
I guess I'll take his DNA from his shaft.
Yeah, I could probably send this guy away for the rest of his
Just like I think any weapon I have is going to be taken from me and used against me.
Wow.
Way to think. Way to
Wow. I'm glad I didn't have that attitude yesterday because I'd be dead now.
Well, you
What
guys
happened?
are
Well,
not
Christine
a
put out a
lady.
gun and held it backwards and fired it with her thumb in her own chest. She's dumb as a brick. Oh, it's right in your back pocket, my Wolverine claws.
I don't like the
You know
little
what?
foam, though. The
It
foam
does-
is weird.
Foam's the best part. That's what squeezes, so the claws come out. So it feels like your fist. You're making like a tight fist. It's awesome.
Lady, what is it? Lady, tiger lady?
Try to rape me.
Should we order
I
them?
do kind of like it now. It's actually pretty
Does
cool.
does it come in different colors, though?
It might.
I'd like a different color.
No, I think black's the way to play it.
I want pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Okay, now that's. A
But
good
can't
thought.
you use that to rape?
Huh? I didn't hear the question again. So can you use it to rape?
Yes.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that'll be the ultimate twist in the 2020 episode. Christine was the rapist the whole time. That's why there was never DNA in the claws.
There was DNA, but they didn't know who it was because it was hers.
It just kept being her. She was Miss. What happens? Why this is the guy's DNA not here? She's like, I don't know. I had an itch on my leg afterwards. I went at. It's how many reviews? 6 reviews. This thing's been around for a long time now. Only 6 reviews. I'd like to read them. Tiger Lady reviews. Here we go. Crank this up. I had well, that's not a good start. I had accidentally ordered 2 different items and didn't mean to. Customer service helped me the instant I goofed up. Okay, this is about customer service.
Oh, there's one on here, though. This one's a good one right there.
Product and company are awesome. Seriously stellar customer service. Roll up, Christina. I can't see over your head. I was excited recently to have purchased this as gifts for my mom, sisters, and myself. Tech issue with the order, so I emailed Tiger Lady. My concerns were heard and addressed quickly. I mean, come on.
Why are they? I mean, that's a gift that you get everybody. Do you live in like a rape village?
Yeah,
Why do you
probably.
need so many tiger ladies?
Yeah, this should be written in more of like an African dialect. Like, now I do not feel scared going out to get food.
Yes, I can go
Congo.
through. I can go through the gates of thorns without fear in my heart.
There's a YouTube video labeled "The Worst Self-Defense Weapon We Have Ever Reviewed."
I don't mind that.
It's terrible. First of all, you have to squeeze.
Yes, that's the whole thing.
All you have to do is hold her wrists, pinch the nerves, and the hands open up, and it falls.
Guys, I don't think Tiger Lady's going to stop me from doing what I need to get done. I'm saying that I would like to own Tiger Lady.
Tiger lady stinks.
No, don't say that. This guy's about to tell you. Why does it suck?
They don't stick out real far.
I was just going to say that.
I have little fingers.
It's
you have
just
big,
to
giant-
get DNA from the rapist.
Yeah, but so you gotta
Yeah,
let.
but you got to get away, Jay.
So you have to get raped, and then you just have the DNA.
Excuse
But
me,
they'll
I'm going to
never get away
scratch you
with it.
while you're...
Yeah.
Can I
You're
ask you a
doing your
question?
rape.
Can I ask you a question? So you're getting raped, or you're
Okay.
being attacked.
You
and-
want me to get there?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're getting raped.
Okay.
You like it? You like it?
No.
You want this?
Just please get this over with.
Fuck you, and then you scratch me,
And then I go, face scratch.
and I go, oh, I fucking like that. That's what I want. Fight,
Yeah. And I go,
fight.
Oh, like chest scratch.
Ah,
And then I
I like
crank your
that too.
nips because that'll make you come quick. I fart out your cum, and then I go right to the hospital, and I
Why would you fight out
So
the
you don't
cum?
need
That's
the claw.
DNA.
You have the DNA.
I
the
don't
cum.
need.
Keep
I don't-
that.
Oh, so now I'm gonna walk around with cum in my
No,
ass.
you keep
to
it
the
in-
hospital. No, I farted it out because I have the DNA in my Tiger Lady. It's the whole point. I don't have to
So
keep
you're
the cum.
using the-
Ladies, you don't have to keep the cum anymore.
Yeah, but you can put it in an ice cube tray, freeze it.
You're going to...
Where am I getting raped? Did I have an ice cube tray right around there?
I don't know.
What kind of aim do you think I have to fart it right into one ice cube? One
You're
little
going to
ice
hold
cube.
the claw behind your asshole?
Huh?
If the cum is in your asshole, you're going to hold the claw behind your asshole to pour the cum out?
I've scratched him twice.
You scratched me on
And
the
he
chest
just
and the
said,
face.
I'm leaving now. And as he's leaving, You're scratching him.
No.
Okay, here's the thing, though.
Was he here for that whole 2-man play we just put on?
I heard it. I
He
just
had a
didn't.
hard time yesterday. Giannis
I
attacked
don't
him
like
yesterday.
that. Why was that?
No, it wasn't attacking, but I mean, he
heard
stuck up
Giannis-
for
I
himself.
heard Giannis wasn't nice to Jacob.
He was trying to make small jokes, and I didn't like it either. But Jacob stuck up for himself.
Yeah.
At one point, he went, "Hey, take it down a couple notches."
Jeez.
It
You're
was
going to
great.
let that Spanakopita loving motherfucker come in here? That fila dough loving piece of shit? How dare you?
Should have told Giannis there's a great Greek restaurant right by my apartment.
Yeah.
I've never been in it.
Yeah. Why would
Fuck
you?
him. Why would you go there?
Couldn't care less.
Why? Because you want to see old fucking
What?
Tzatziki sauce blows.
tzatziki sauce blows? I was going to say old
Giannis, it blows.
philosophers, fucking young boys. There it was.
There it is.
There it
Tzatziki
is.
sauce is great, Jacob.
Do you know why they
No,
never...
it's awful.
Do you know why...
Greek food is a phenomenal cuisine.
You don't like tzatziki sauce?
No.
You're talking crazy.
You know, they say all the great Greek philosophers
this
were
right to Giannis's
pedophiles
face.
who fucked young men.
Sure.
Do you know why that...
So were all the
do
great
you know-
comedians. Did you know that?
Do you know? Do you know why that accusation? Do you know why they never like pin it where they say like Socrates was a pedophile, or they just say the philosophers were? Do you know why they never say their names
Jay.
outright?
Jay.
Why?
Why?
Tiger Lady didn't exist back then.
And if it did,
If it did, we'd know who
Is
the
it-
fucking rapists were,
Didn't-
who those boy rapers were.
didn't Nefertiti invent the tiger lady with real tiger claws?
Maybe. When you say it out loud,
Yeah.
I think so.
Didn't that what she did?
Nefertiti's definitely Greek, right? I always forget there's a couple different kinds of mythologies.
On Nefertiti.
Yeah, there's one there's like Poseidon, and another one that's
Roman
called
and
something
Greek.
else. Roman and Greek.
Egyptian.
If you
No?
use that in your rape while you're getting raped by me, Jake.
Okay.
I mean, Jay.
All right,
I said
we have to
Jake.
work it back out because Jacob didn't understand that one. Now watch, I'm taking it. I'm getting it real good right now, Bobby.
I'm
it's missionary.
sexually assaulting you.
It's missionary. Is how I'm picturing. He's
Right.
giving it me. My
You
legs
have
are
your
up.
claw in your hand.
I don't know it though.
They're
It's in his-
down. I'm letting this happen a little bit. I'm letting them get in the
You like
flow.
that? You like that? You like
Okay.
that?
I go.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. And then I reach up and I give him 2 across the chops.
Ow! What the fuck was that?
I got all the evidence I need right now.
I'm out.
I get yeah, he didn't like that
I
one
didn't like
bit.
it, I'm
So
out.
he finishes.
Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Give me that.
This here?
Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, I'll give it to you right there. There's
Ow.
another scratch.
Okay. Here's my knife. Here's my knife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Give
Nice
me
knife.
that. Give me that.
Just come already and get out of here. Oh my God, what's taking you so long to finish? I love it, baby. Is that what you need to hear? Okay.
I need you to talk in a deeper voice.
All right, he just pops off in my butthole.
And then he gets up.
Now he realizes he's done something crazy and he's ran off.
I say sorry first.
He
I'm
apologized.
not a bad guy. I'm sorry.
I apologize. It's been a rough week for
I don't
him.
know. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, he can't believe he did it. He's upset, but he still has to.
Well, that's
Gotta
a
pay the
wrinkle you
fiddler.
didn't mention before, that he's actually feels guilty about it.
I do feel guilty, Jacob. I didn't want to do it. It's in me. I'm trying to get help, but it's not working, and I don't have enough money.
Oh, hey,
for
juror
my
number
therapy.
1. While you're feeling sympathy for this guy, I don't even know this. I'm farting cum out in a dark alley, preparing to take myself sore assholed.
I don't
Bobby's
think
got
that's
a
not an
thickie.
excuse.
Thank you.
And I
Thank you
go
for making
and
it
I
sore.
go to the hospital to present them my tiger lady full of DNA.
I don't understand. He walked away.
What don't you understand?
What did you do with... Where's the DNA coming from? You scratched him as
Tiger
he's-
lady.
The tiger lady.
Right, you scratched Bobby's
Look
leg
at
as
my
he's
face.
going away.
Look at my face.
But I'm going to walk you through this play
Let's
again.
try it again.
I can't believe what he's missing here.
Let's do it again. Ready? Hey,
Bobby's fucking me.
hang on.
Against
Hang-
my
no,
will.
Wait a second. Let's
Okay.
set it up a little bit.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
going too fast,
Okay,
Jay.
it must be because
Look at me.
Jacob is missing this somehow.
Hey, what are you doing in this alley by yourself, woman?
I don't know. I'm a strong, independent woman, and I
Really?
can do whatever I want.
Oh, well, how about this?
Oh no! You're having me against my will.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's giving me the biz, right?
With you so far.
He's in it. Take my tiger lady. Face scratch. Okay, and he's like, oh, but he's a fucking lunatic. So the scratch, I give him another scratch.
Ow!
He starts
What the
firing loads
fuck?
into my ass.
Crazy
You're not
bitch.
afraid he's going to have any problem with that.
No.
His face scratched while he's doing
Little,
this.
one more.
Okay. Oh my God!
I'm
3
done.
comes.
I'm so-
3
hey.
comes. I gave him.
Listen, I'm so sorry.
He
I
spent.
didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
Now,
I
if you
didn't
recall,
mean it.
at the end, he does feel bad about it. And I go, just get out of here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just get out of here.
All right, I'm leaving.
You know what you did.
Can I give you a Starbucks
No.
card?
No.
Can I get you anything?
I don't want anything.
I'll order it on my app, and you can pick it up wherever you want.
I've already got everything I
Okay.
need. And then I wink to the camera because I've got DNA. He thinks he just got scratched.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that I've actually collected in these little ducts his DNA. Now, Bobby runs off
Wait.
into the night. Yeah. And then I stand up, fart out his cum. It's no longer necessary for me to squeeze my butthole and get to the hospital and fart into a dish there because I have his DNA in the tiger lady already. He's going down. He comes.
Yeah.
I got his DNA. He's going to jail. Everybody wins. I don't have to keep coming my ass. It's great.
But
I don't know what this guy's $2 review is.
Here's what you don't know. I have a twin brother with the same DNA.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're going to pin it on him?
I go home and scratch his face.
Oh, my God.
I pin it on him.
Now, no one knows there's this twin brother.
Yeah.
So then Bobby, once again, I'm walking through dark alleys again because I'm like, well, that guy's behind bars.
And I go like this. Hey.
And I go,
Remember me?
no.
Yeah.
No, I'll
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
No. No. Oh, it's happening again. He's having me again, Jacob. Oh, he's so deep. And then you know what? Just because this makes a little sense. Tiger lady. And then I'm going to be like, he seems a little surprised by that. And then I give another one of those jabs. And then that just makes him start exploding inside of me.
God.
Jacob,
Scratch me again. Scratch me again.
some of it
Scratch me
goes up
again.
so far, I feel like a warmth in my stomach from how much load he's filling me with.
Scratch me again.
And then I give him another scratch, just for good measure.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, God. Listen, again, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
And then
I apologize.
this time I go a different route. I go, I believe you. And I let him cry in my arms. I hold him. I hold him there.
Thank you so much. My
All right, take
brother's
him
in
home.
jail right now, and I feel bad.
I go, oh my God, I didn't realize the situation. He goes, look, you don't need jail. What you need is help. And then I share an Uber. I pay for an Uber to get him home.
You're so nice.
Then I get out, fart out his cum, go to the hospital, and I turn in the DNA now for the second time. Then they realize it's twin brothers. Bing, bang, boom, they're both in jail.
Guess what, Jay?
Yeah.
Guess what?
You were triplets the whole time.
Triplets.
Shut your mouth.
No.
The rarity of
Triplet.
triplets.
We're from Utah.
The three Kelly boys?
Yeah, the three Kelly
Oh
boys from
my
Utah.
God. All right, well, this is crazy because I'm like, both those brothers are in jail.
6
I
months.
know it's scary,
6
but it
months
is
later.
the fastest way home.
6 months later, you're
6
walking
months
through
later,
the same
things are
alley.
different.
Yeah.
Things are a little different now. I'm starting to actually get my confidence back in the world.
Yeah.
And this time I go, I don't need my tiger lady. My problems are gone.
Right.
I'm walking down a dark alley again.
And I go, hey, you.
And I turn around and I go, you gotta be shitting me, is what I say at this point. This time there's not even a fight. I lay down, I pull the pants behind the knees. There he is. He's giving me the business again. Dark alley business. But this time, Jacob, I don't have Tiger Lady. Okay? And then he finishes inside of me. Less apologetic this time.
Bitch, you deserve that for putting my brother away in jail.
And then he takes off into the night. And then I, because I'm such a creature of habit,
Yeah.
I fart out the cum. I head to the hospital. And I go, oh, wait a second. I didn't have Tiger Lady this time.
Yeah.
And Bobby goes free.
Yep.
Do you see the slippery slope of problems that can come from this?
Yeah, but then I see you in an alley again.
Yeah,
6
I
months
do
later.
not learn.
No,
At
you
this
do
point,
not.
they're starting to think I'm starting to like
Keep
it.
using the same route.
But guess
home,
what?
Jay.
Guess what?
Those
This
dark
time,
alleys, there's got to
Jacob-
be another way.
Guess what, Jacob? This time I see him and I go, hey, you. And he's like, I'm nervous. You're nervous. But you know what I do? As I approach,
Yeah.
I get down on one knee
Oh my God.
and I open up this box
Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
Has he had this karambit the whole time?
and I go, will you marry me?
I go, yes, 1,000 times yes.
Yes. And then I throw her on the ground. I choke her and I go,
And then he starts giving me the business again
Yeah.
right there in the alley.
I love you. I
But
love you.
this time, because I learned from being too confident last time,
Yeah.
scratch him on the face. I get him once. Boom, I get him twice.
And I'm like, I thought you loved me.
I do love you. We go home, we have a night, and we start looking at Zillow for places to get together.
You are getting married.
We
Yeah,
are getting
we're getting
married.
married, but we gotta
well,
get-
he thinks we're getting married. I sneak out in the middle of the night, and he wakes up and notices I'm not under his arm, and then he starts up seeing the sirens coming because this time,
Yeah.
I got the son of a bitch
Yeah.
with the tiger claws.
Yeah.
It took a false
lady.
engagement for us to get a tiger lady.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the credits. The cops are outside.
Well, it's me
and
going-
Bobby knows, like, oh my God, I gave you my heart. I turned around.
Yeah. Broke my heart.
And then I broke his heart, technically.
But Tiger Lady, that's the commercial.
That's the commercial. It's about 17 minutes.
And the credits while it's rolling just sees 3 bald guys in the same cell
So
and
they're
then you-
comparing notes on my sweet asshole.
with scratches down their face. And then you hear us 3 just getting banged by 3
Yeah.
big black men going, and we're going, hey, and wish we had tiger ladies so we could have the DNA.
The
And then,
irony.
and then the after credits scene isn't really a scene; it's more like a BTS thing, a little behind the scenes, and it's us doing like the fake pumping in my ass, and then it's me scratching, and Bobby goes, "Ah, dude, you got me for real," and then we just laugh and stuff with my legs up in the air, and then it goes to the actual
But it's
smash
really,
credits.
really Jay farting out cum into the alley. Like he really does that. It's like, dude, no, I got it. We're good.
Me and Bobby yesterday, we all know, had a hell of a day,
I had a hell of a day.
and this will make her feel very good. This is a sweet thing. Bobby said it's been a rough one. Can I see the Lynn pics?
Yeah.
And
What?
yeah. You
Well,
think
the
Bobby
new
does?
ones?
No. Bobby never had the old one.
I never got him.
Oh, are you asking me to pull them up?
No.
No,
Let's
I
go.
know you're always looking for an excuse too.
I know.
No, Bobby was
Jacob,
feeling
are you all
down
right?
yesterday.
Are you all right today?
Yeah,
I
what
don't know,
the
you
fuck
said
is
Lynn
happening?
Dude.
You know, 3 times that story went on 3 times because you won't understand that I scratch him with Tiger Lady every. I scratch him with Tiger Lady every time and take it to the hospital.
I kept adding
just a different type-
brother just so you got it.
Oh, I got it. At the end, I got
And then
it.
the joke was always he was coming in my butt, and then I was farting it out instead of keeping that for DNA.
Yeah,
At one point, you had me farting onto the Tiger Lady.
Are you all right?
I got it. I mean, it took me, the second time I got
Jacob,
it.
I got you. I brought you something, Jacob. I brought you something.
Is it a tiny thing that turns into a napkin?
No, do you want one?
Oh,
I got you this right here. That's for you. And I do have. Yeah.
brought me my favorite power bar.
Well, you can have that too.
I don't
Also
know what that
that.
is.
Right
I'll
there.
tell you what it is.
Take that.
You wet it, it turns into a giant napkin.
Keep that in your pocket.
It looks like an Alka-Seltzer.
and then you put it. You wet it. If you ever need a napkin to wipe something off, you put a little water on it. It becomes a big towel.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I love that.
Bobby Gadget Kelly.
Bobby, when we go, if I say if, but I'd like to say when,
Yeah.
we go group camping
Yeah.
for a couple of days, can we have merit badges made up that we could earn possibly
Yeah.
for you as our camp counselor?
Sure. You can have sashes. Well, everybody get a sash.
We'll have a sec- and then we get the patches on it.
You'll get little patches. Yeah.
Now, there'd be
Do you know Comedy Camp, the show? that I-
technically at this age, if you walk Christine across the street, that's a badge.
That's a badge. Do you know? Because you're old. That's what you meant.
You're an older lady.
The Comedy Camp show. We're actually we're going to film it at the end of the summer.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like out there.
It's happening. It's actually happening.
And the bummer is that I just thought of a fantastic idea that you have to use.
No,
now.
that's in there. It's already in there. We have sashes, and they get patches on it like a Girl Scout. And at the end, whoever gets the most patches wins Comedy Camp. $10,000 to their charity, and they win the Comedy Camp Jack Lore bushcraft knife.
No kidding.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's Russell Peters,
You want in?
Jim Norton, Billy Burr, and Beth Stelling. Isn't that crazy?
I just like
They don't care about that
Jay in
knife.
there.
What's that? Would you want to go camping for 5 days with, hang on, no electricity, no shower, no internet, out in the woods, 5 days?
Beth Stelling's gonna shit outside.
I don't understand how your brain works sometimes, dude. Like, I don't understand how you get from here to there.
You always
I
only pay
fucking-
attention to every 7th word. It's like speed reading, but for listening.
I don't. I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to ask you again. Look at me. Woods. I mean,
I have all that stuff. I heard
primitive
all
camping.
that. Uh-huh.
No nothing. No toilet. No.
Where is Beth Stelling going to shit?
Everybody has to. You have to make your own toilet. You have to go out, buy a tree 150 yards away from camp, and dig a hole, and that's where you shit for the week.
So she'll have her shithole.
Yeah, she'll have her shithole.
I don't believe it.
Why?
No, I'm sure no, she's going to go to a bathroom.
No, there's no bathroom. There is no bathroom. We're going to be up in the woods, like 4 hours away from anything.
Got you. I'm giving you winks.
No, Jay.
No bathrooms.
Bubba, Jay, listen to me. Sweetie.
Yes.
I swear to God. Me and Ari and Joe already did it. I already did it with Ari. There's no bathrooms. Like, there's nothing for 4 hours. Like,
Right.
you'd have to walk 4 hours to the car and then drive like 40 minutes or 30 minutes to a place to take a shit.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the Starbucks situation?
There's no Starbucks, brother. There's no weed. There's no joints. There's no cigars.
Weeds in nature?
Nah, dude. There's no drugs.
When
There's
we
no
went
alcohol.
camping, didn't we go get Starbucks?
No, because
Yeah.
that's KOA, Christine. You were fucking.
Not only that,
That's my kind of camping.
we drove 35 minutes to Starbucks.
Yeah. No, it's that.
We made it a nice trip.
The woods.
We left the woods to go to Starbucks.
Camping in the woods trip.
For you to do that, you'd have to hike down probably 4 hours, and then get to the car, and then drive another probably 40 minutes to find a Starbucks. Maybe 30 minutes to a coffee place. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I wouldn't like it, but you could also shit at Starbucks.
Would you?
Wouldn't
Would
be
you
my
do
favorite.
it? Would you do it? Well, you know, when I went up with Verzi to do an overnight, and he's never been in the woods. He showed up with fucking camouflage Nikes,
Really?
and I was like, dude, I told you to wear boots. He goes, these are camouflage. I'm like, yeah, dude, we're not hunting somebody. where you need waterproof boots. He goes, are these waterproof, right? I'm like, just because something's camouflage doesn't make it fucking waterproof.
Yeah, sometimes it's just for a look.
And then I go, dude, I hit his bag, I packed his bag for him. And I go, I had a Ziploc with a trowel and baby wipes and a little thin thing of toilet paper. And I was like, this is your poop bag. He's like, what? I'm like, it's your poop bag. So what you do, you find a tree 150 yards away from camp, dig a hole, you lean against the tree, slide down it, and then you shit in the hole, wipe, the toilet paper goes in the hole, the baby wipes, that's just a finishing thing. That has to be carried back out. You can't leave the baby wipes. He's like, what? And then...
I think it's like tie a rope to a tree or something kind of thing to do it.
To
Take
what?
A shit.
Tie a rope to a tree?
Yeah, you almost like make yourself like a little thing for your knees, more or less, to lean on the thing.
What?
There's something to that.
Tie a rope to a
Like
tree?
making a toilet next to a tree.
You could tie a rope to a tree and hang yourself if you didn't want to shit outside. Yeah. Would you do it?
Best Stelling's going to shit in a bag outside.
Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do it? Would you be on the show?
I'll do it after you show me Best Stelling shit by a tree.
I'm serious. If I was like, dude, we need somebody to do it, would you do it with me?
Of course.
You would. You would go up 5 days, nothing.
You added days to this thing.
It's 5 days.
It was 3 at first.
No, it's 5. 5.
You said 5.
I said 5.
No shower.
There's no. You could jump in the. We have to find water. You have to find a water
You don't
supply.
know where there's a water source?
We have to find it. Yeah, we will. No, we will. We will. We have 2 people going up with us, 2 bushcraft people, professionals that are gonna. Everybody. You film your own thing though. It's like a loan, so you'll have a camera on you at all times, 24 hours a day, filmed. So there's trail cams around. There's a cam filming the pilot, and then there's a B cam getting behind the scenes. But everybody has to film their own stuff. So like when you have to go do a task, like if you have to go get water, we know there's water up there. They already went up and scouted it, but you have to go find it, and then you have to go get it, and then you have to filter it and bring it back.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
And then you have to start a fire.
Well, how do you know if you have no bushcraft skills, how do you know where the water might be?
Well, you're gonna be.
Jacob,
You're gonna.
you feel the ground.
He's crazy.
Wow, for a guy who hates the city, I mean.
Yeah, you have to like build a. You have to build a shelter. You have to sleep. You have to build your own shelter, and sleep outside in your own shelter that you built.
Yeah,
One
there it is.
or 2 nights.
There it is.
Yeah.
This isn't with a string and a log. It's just setting up 2 logs.
Yeah, and then
I
you
watch
sit on
these
it.
Surviving in the woods videos all weekend long.
Yeah,
This
I
is
do it
what
all the
I
time.
do.
Yeah, that's a toilet. You can do that, but that's pretty elaborate, dude. I don't know if you'd want to do that.
I'll make it.
Really? That'd be hilarious if you were on the show and you made an awesome toilet.
I'll make a beautiful toilet.
You made a Fred Flintstone toilet with
I
a.
might, if I find the water source, I might turn it into a bidet.
No, I was thinking that.
If I could siphon from the pond.
If somehow he made a fucking record player, he's got music playing from radio waves. And
No, there should be no problem. I'll go back. I always have a lighter with me so I can start a fire, no problem.
well, you can't. No, you can't use a lighter.
Well, okay, then I'll pour gasoline on it
No.
and say, and I'll flick my cigarette and go, I'll see you fucks in hell.
There's no gasoline. You have to actually.
Wait, cigarettes though. You said really genuinely no cigarettes? If there's no cigarettes, I can't go 5 days.
What do you mean?
That's a commitment to go, all right, I'm doing Bobby's show, and I'm walking away from cigarettes forever.
No survivalist will tell you to. Every survivalist will tell you to go into the woods with a lighter.
No, we'll have a lighter. We'll have those things, but he's going to have to learn to light a fire with
It's easy.
with flint and steel, ferro rod,
Flint,
and
who needs flint? I'll just knock 2 rocks together.
and you can't just. You need a certain rock, and then
I know, you need flint rock.
flint.
Or use the back of your knife. Also,
Back your knife also has
Well,
those.
you'd have to make a feather stick with your knife
Yeah.
because everybody gets a knife, and then you'd have to use a flint.
Well, we have to explain
ferro
all the
rod.
details. I guess so many people at home don't know these obvious things you're saying. So go ahead, Bobby. I guess continue to elaborate. But I know how to start a fire in the
I
woods.
think you could smoke a cigarette, but would you want to smoke hiking?
Yes. And of course I would.
Yeah, you'd have to do this. You'd have to
No
make.
problem.
You can't. What is that called?
Bow. It's and then you twist the bow around the stick, and then you saw it back and forth to make fire, up and down. Also, you go up and down with it.
is it friction fire?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you call the kind of fire. That thing he's doing is called a bow.
Gotcha.
What would you? So 5 days in the woods, no shower, no. You have to shit outside.
How many suitcases could I bring?
You can't bring any. You bring in a backpack.
One backpack?
One backpack, but you only can bring certain things.
Can I bring 2 car batteries to hook up like portable DVD players or something?
You can't bring a car battery, dude. There's no batteries.
How about my laptop?
There's no laptop. There's no computers, no iPhone, no social media. That's the whole point. Is that
All right, so I guess that kills my next question of can I hotspot my phone?
No.
I guess not. How am I going to know how many steps I got in?
You can't. You'll just count them. You can count them the way they used to. You can just count them going up. Here's the thing.
Can I bring a keyboard?
No.
Bring a book to read, Jay.
A book?
He
Like
said,
they
"Can I
did back
bring
in
a
the day."
keyboard?" That'd be funny if we allowed you 10 things and keyboard was one of them, and you were up there just singing songs.
I just want to play a keyboard.
You had a solar thing just to plug it in.
Guys, I learned keyboard over this trip. It was pretty good. Look how
You'd
easy
have to
this
make
is.
your own chair. You have to make your own table. You have to make your own
Toilet.
structure, your own toilet.
My own structure like to sleep in?
Yep.
I know how to do all of this.
Yeah.
Off of YouTube.
Yep. Yeah.
How do you make your own structure, Jacob?
Well, you got to watch Felix Imler. He's from
Okay.
Sweden. He teaches you how to do everything with a Swiss Army knife.
I think I could probably get a
Got it.
trailer delivered to where we're at.
This guy's the best.
There's no snacks.
We don't get to eat
You can eat, but
for
you,
5 days?
No,
What is this?
No, you eat, but you're eating dried, like
Jerky?
mountain food, the Mountain View food. It's freeze dried food. You have to find water to eat it.
Oh, yeah. No problem. What,
And
do
you
you
have to-
get like a stroganoff or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Doomsday food.
But you wouldn't be eating. You'd be eating like one of those a day, or.
Well, I don't know if you
protein.
know. I'm probably going to bring a Herschel backpack, so I'm going to need some space because now I have barbecue sauce and packaged tuna fish and baby mayonnaise. Thank you, Shannon Glazer.
You can't bring barbecue sauce.
Why?
You can't bring your own food.
It's
Dude.
shelf stable, dude.
Listen, dude, you can't. You got to.
So you're saying the odds are 0 that anyone's ever stuck out in the woods that they happen to have barbecue sauce on them. Some people travel everywhere. Oh, the hot sauce. Ask Wendy Williams. She brought hot sauce to rehab.
Jay, you go. You made me laugh so much, dude. Dude, you go up. You have certain things you can take. Certain we pack you a certain bag.
Okay.
And you can't have no electronics. You can't have any.
For
extra
Jim
shit.
Norton, does a blow-up doll and the dildo count as
just-
2 things, or is that one thing in his life?
There are no dildos. There's no porno mags.
Come on, that was a great trans joke.
I thought it was awesome. I laughed. Thank you.
A
Jacob.
fuck doll with a strap-on dildo? Is it 2 items, Jacob, or is that 1 item in his world? Because he's into trans. Oh, what a difficult.
Oh, look at that shelter. That's a good shelter right
Oh, that's
there.
probably the kind of one I'll do.
What do you-
Subterranean. Yeah, I'll make that a little hobbit hovel.
You'll make a one with a door and a sunroof and a
I'll live a
fireplace.
fireplace. Oh, he's making bacon.
You can't bring bacon.
You can bring zucchini? You think this guy found zucchini in the woods? Oh, I'll kill that thing.
Yeah. Well,
Do I
here,
have to kill a boar
no, you don't.
with a stick like,
You're allowed
like Rambo?
to.
No, you're not going to kill anything, but you're going to have to set traps for small game, like squirrel.
Could I do the thing where I shoot a shotgun with one hand and then I pump it just with one hand again and spin it around?
There's no guns, dude.
Like Wide Earp. That was the woods.
No, that was the woods, but that was actually the Wild West. That was not the woods. It was mostly desert. Here's the thing.
A lot of it was desert, but there was woods.
You get a saw.
He's digging his own grave, it looks like.
You get a saw, a Gomboy saw, Japanese bushcraft saw. You get a knife, and
Higher odds that before I had a saw on me in the woods, I'd have barbecue sauce.
yeah, and then you have to do certain tasks, and you film it. Everything's being filmed 24 hours a day.
I like even my shit.
Yeah,
What
you would film yourself. We'd want you to film yourself making it, and then we're not going to show you shitting, of course.
Oh well,
But
I'm not watching the first season. I thought this whole thing was going to be best selling, just taking shits. Yo, I've been dying to see that girl shit for years now.
So,
What's up? Talk to me. You all right, Jacob?
what are you catching the squirrels for? You're bringing the freeze-dried food.
You gotta
Is there
bring
still
the-
extra food?
We're gonna. It depends on where we're at. I think we might be doing it in.
You take off their fur, you can wear them as condoms.
No, you can eat a squirrel.
Oh no, I know that.
Yeah,
but-
so we might.
don't though. But
we
don't.
We if somebody wants to, we're not going to force somebody to kill an animal, but if you want to, you'll have to make the trap and know how to make it. But if you want to eat a squirrel, you can actually. We'll be able to. If you want to kill, but the odds.
You don't have to kill it, but while they kill it, you have to look it in the eyes.
Yeah,
Because it trusted you.
you have to eat its heart and wipe its blood under your eye with 2 fingers.
Did you even see Red Dawn?
Why would you kill a squirrel?
I mean, if I had to, yeah.
No,
I've
but
actually
like,
seen
if
the
you were
deer
ever-
meat for dinner guy. He kills it and then he shows you how to fillet it and
Yeah.
cook it. And he does the whole thing.
Yeah,
Clean catch, cook.
People eat squirrel all the time.
They shouldn't.
Why?
Because it's like a rat.
It's not a rat.
It is. It's a furry rat.
It's not a furry. Rat's a
It
furry.
is in the rat family.
Yeah, but it's not a rat. It's out there.
It's a
I
rat.
don't care. It's
that-
in the rat family.
that
yeah,
eats
but
nuts.
it's eating
I don't
nuts.
want to eat anything in the people family.
Yeah, but we'll have food. Don't worry about food. You'll have food, but you're not gonna have a lot of food. You're not gonna have like
Well,
as much food as you want. You'll have like a little for the breakfast, a little for the lunch, and then dinner.
what are you
many
doing
days?
for
My first day.
social activities?
You're gonna be hiking. You're gonna be a lot of stuff. You're gonna like the first day there. You're gonna hike up. The hike up's gonna be crazy. Setting up camp's gonna be nuts.
How long do we have to set up camp? Because what this guy's showing me, I'm pretty much going to build a 1-bedroom apartment.
No, you're not. You can't. You can't. You're not gonna.
I think I'm going to have to build a shelter over my toilet. I'm just going to cover myself with a blanket like that old fat comic who used to just do that and wait to get called on stage.
What was?
Ollie Joe Porter? Is that his name?
Yeah, you're gonna do that. That's an awesome. Yeah, you're gonna learn how to make cordage out of tree bark.
Yeah, it's easy.
What's up? Yes, Black Lou, go.
Yeah, quick question. Can I bring the tent that sleeps 12, like that mansion tent? Is that okay?
No, there's no mansion tent.
Is that permitted or
That
no?
is not permitted.
What
There's-
about those plastic hot tubs you can blow up?
No, that
throw
is
the water in
that
or
is
no?
not permitted. But you can find a body of water, heat up rocks in a fire, throw it in there, and make a little hot tub if you want.
Lou, I'd
You
read
can-
the contract before you go. So my best guess is Norton and Bobby are going to feed you until you can't eat anymore and then hunt you in the woods. That's what I've come to know about the woods, but I'm a city kid.
dude. I mean, you would be. Do you understand how?
Oh, I can make that?
What's that? No, you
It's a
can't make
glamping
that.
dome.
Will the glamping dome break down into my backpack?
No, you cannot. You cannot. You cannot bring a glamping dome.
This
You,
is where-
you are a glamping dome.
We are looking at the Harry Potter tent. When you walk inside and it's actually 4 stories tall.
Yeah. Like one of them theater deals.
Dude, here's the deal. The first
Can't we just
day-
drag your tiny house there?
it's gonna be, dude. Here's the hike we're taking is not like a regular trail, like where everybody. You're gonna take that trail, and then we're going off we're going off on it's primitive camping, so we're going off into a a different area where we're going to bushcraft into a space that we're going to make a camp. You
If I
understand?
tie it to my waist, can I drag like a wagon behind me full of things I want?
What, like you're gonna have a dog? You're like the cook of the camp.
Maybe. I don't know what I would bring. You can't bring like canned foods at all.
You can't bring any food. There's no snacks. If we get before you go,
Just very specific knives.
before you go, we have to go through everybody's bag.
No bags of beans. Just this very specific saw.
Yeah, you're going to get everything you need to survive 5 days, but we will have, of course, but it's a small crew. There's only camera, the director, my buddy Spooky from Boston, who's
Okay, easy.
his name's Spooky, but Spooky like boo, not
Whoa. Whoa, not
My-
making it better.
my friend Brendan Daly from Boston's going to be directing it. He's a director for A24.
This does sound like a
nice.
lot of fun.
Yeah, he's great. He's an unbelievable director. He just directed two films for A24.
What films? I love H1.
What was the one about? He did one about porn. Porndemic.
Oh, it was a documentary.
He did a documentary, Porndemic.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then we got a camera lady.
Oh, wasn't that the one about Mark Wallace? The guy from the 90s? Is that the one where it was like AIDS running through? The porn world?
Brendan Daly. Yeah, Porndemic. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was about that. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. And so he's doing it. So it's us, the two bushcraft people that are going to help us, right? Guide us and make sure that we don't die.
Mm-hmm.
And then the four comics.
That does sound like a lot of fun.
I mean, dude, but how funny. It's Alone meets comedians in cars. So imagine
great.
Norton after the first night, how he's going to be complaining.
Who's
Imagine
on the list so far, Bobby?
Bill Burr, Norton, Beth, and Russell Peters.
That's great.
Yeah.
We're all going to shit outside together.
Yeah, but would you do it?
Yeah.
You would do this.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm talking to a guy who wants a pair of lady claws.
I might get pack tiger ladies for sure.
Tiger leg. You would
Yeah.
pack.
If I get raped by a bear, you'll know which bear. First thing that bear going to do as soon as it's done raping me,
Yeah.
fart out its cum. Because I don't need that now. I got tiger lady.
Yeah, but if it was a bear and you scratched it, it'd probably start licking you. It'd probably be into it.
It would know. I know, right? That's
Yeah.
me would fit. It's probably going to take him forever to finish.
That's bear foreplay.
God, how big of a load? Christine, how big is a bear's load?
It's
Let's
big.
find out.
Could I support it in my butt, or is it just like regular people load?
It's a big load, dude.
Christine, do a search for me.
Let me see him.
Christine, ask ChatGPT, what's bear load like? And ask it to explain it sexy.
When are you doing this, Bobby?
The end of the summer.
And the winner gets the greatest knife of all time?
You get a Jack Lore knife. The winner gets a comedy camp Jack Lore knife.
Is
Yes.
this guy making something out of his own shit?
Yeah. It's that knife is like it's a hard knife to get,
My
and they're gonna get
Is this how
that.
you get rid of your poop?
But $10,000 goes
It's a
to your
Grail
charity.
knife.
Yeah, it's a Grail knife. $10,000 goes to your charity too, to the winner. He's making He's making cement. That's for a fireplace, I think.
He's making cement?
Yeah, that's clay. When you dig under the ground to a certain level, it's clay, and you put that with water. Now you can. That's how he's going to make his. Yeah, see, it's just clay.
Bathroom?
No, he's making a
Oh,
fireplace.
there's the fireplace.
Yeah, you can make a fireplace. Yeah, you're gonna actually make something like that. You're gonna use clay to make a fireplace. Like when you make the second night when we take away your tent and you have to make your own shelter.
Yeah.
And that's where you're gonna sleep in for the rest.
Yeah, I'd like to make it so I can sleep in the den or the bedroom.
What?
I want them both to be comfortable. I'm saying.
You want to make a den and a bedroom?
I know that I don't have a bed that can adjust like my bed does, but if I make two different beds, one adjusted up the way I like, and then one down.
So you could go on if you need to watch. You need to. What are you gonna do? But there's no TV. There's no nothing.
What are you talking about? I'm
You know
going to
what?
hold my phone on my boner.
There's no phone.
Oh,
There's no phone, dude. There's no social media. There's no electronics.
nah. I can get it up there.
No, you can't bring it.
Oh, wait, are you the boss?
Yes.
Would I be lying to you? Oh. Don't worry, Bobby. I'll get it up there.
Stop winking at me, Jay.
You're probably worried about...
Stop winking.
No, I won't bring it.
Jay, I'm the guy. Stop winking.
Fresh semen sample showed an average volume of 2.5.
Wow.
plus or minus 0.23 and 235, and a sperm concentration of. I don't know what these
I don't really
means.
know what this means. Yeah.
Can-
Sorry.
show a picture.
I
Bear
don't know
cum.
if there's a picture. Of
Bear cum images. What's the difficult thing here?
Bear cum
Images.
images.
Fuck yeah.
It's like, yep.
And I was
my
like,
God.
Jay, this is when you type in bear cum.
Yeah,
It's-
it's you.
Oh, I
you
forgot.
remember?
It's you and Ari.
I was trying to find an excuse. I was trying to
There's a
find an
picture-
excuse. Do you guys think I look good?
There's a picture of a guy looks like Ari that took testosterone and
Christine?
and Jay's
Daddy
Jay's
Bear.
Christine?
Wow, I'm gonna throw up.
Christine, I'm going to retract what I said about bear cum images.
I
That
had to
wasn't
be like, how
good.
much semen
Grizzly,
does a
right? Grizzly.
bear produce?
Brown bear.
I know.
Let's say this is going to be fucking Hispanic guys coming.
There's scientific articles on it. I just have to get through the data.
Hang on. I have to show you the video
I'm gonna throw up.
that cheered Bobby up yesterday.
Those goddamn.
That's what I'm sending you, Christine.
Yeah, get that out of my head.
This will get it right
Bear
out of your
cum?
head.
No, the Fez Watley photo of him jerking off on a glass table. There you go. This right there, Jay. Look at that's a feather. That's a feather stick. Well, it's kind of he made a feather stick, and that's how you light a fire.
I know, dude. Tell DJ Lou. He doesn't know.
Are you going? Are you not going? Would you go if I needed you to go?
On the first one?
Yeah,
Yes, if I could, I would. Absolutely.
you would do it.
If I can. If like the schedule permits, I absolutely would.
5 days, you'd do it.
Damn it, man.
What?
Yes.
That would be
You'd be
crazy
very
for
busy,
you to
though,
do.
Jeff.
Huh?
I mean, you'd be working to.
Well, day and
Just
night
doing
building
survival.
building my home.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if Jay just built an insane house up there and he moved.
I'm gonna do whatever I can to build an insane house. I want my house to be the talk of the village.
The comedy camp.
I think
Christine,
it'd be very fulfilling.
I'm telling you right now.
I think they're gonna have a blast.
I think that
how
it's
fulfilling?
gonna be
like bear cum amount fulfilling.
dude. Yeah, that's fulfilling. If it's gonna be great going up, and then after the first night when the sun goes down and there's no lights and it's just the campfire and there's no electricity and that Joan sets in to check your Twitter, to watch the TV, to talk to somebody, and you can't. It's gonna start getting hairy. The next day is gonna be tough because you take everything away and you have to start from scratch. And then from there out, it's going to be an uphill battle. And then hopefully everybody gets over the hump. And then by the end of it,
wait for it until I call for it.
They like it. You know what I mean? They're used to it. And they can appreciate it. And then when you go back to a bed, like when I did the tour of Iraq for 2 weeks, sleeping in like tents and dust and, I mean,
Mortar fire.
it was crazy. And then when we went back to the hotel, my God, it was like, I've never felt anything like it. Took a shower.
Luckily, my bathroom's going to be 150 yards away in a pretty sick ass bathroom I built. So no one's going to see the cell phone that I pull out of my ball bag area that I've been boofing the whole time.
How would you react if you saw the show and you saw that other people went and used your bathroom that you built?
I'd have a real problem with that.
Why? When you just sell it like prison.
I'm stacking my own shit in there, man. I don't want to find that I'm stacking on somebody else's. That's my shit bag.
If you went in and
Like a Central Park horse.
Nora was just shitting in your shit, your beautiful toilet, using your wooden bidet.
Beth Stelling, have you been shitting in my toilet? Look at these dainty turds. They reek of lady. Yes, I would do it. I want to show this thing because Bobby, we never finished the thing.
What?
We got sidetracked because you didn't realize that Bobby didn't have Lynn's naked pictures.
I know.
Which, by the way, hasn't been any new ones in quite some time, and the dirtiness hasn't ramped up. I'm just making it as a fact. I'm not saying it should or it has or it needs to.
It was. Oh God, they're still good though.
God.
They're still good.
Fantastic.
You didn't send me that one.
I don't have that one.
Well, can we get that one over to Bobby K? the new-
Bobby, you know what's funny? That should go to you because I believe
That
that's
was for me.
you particularly.
Yes.
Where she gave the exclamation point of the cooch with the butthole right below.
She is a fantastic spokesperson for the show.
Spokesmodel.
Spokesmodel. I say person model.
Model's not mean.
That's the one I didn't want.
No,
that didn't.
You wanted it, but it didn't show butthole.
I wanted the whole caboodle.
But I showed you what I had, and because you said it was a rough day, he could use a pick me up. So I sent him the Lynn pictures, and then and if all else fails, this just has to make you smile. And I sent him this video, Christine, if you would please, and go to like a little further back, right about there. Yeah, Jacob. This
Now,
makes me laugh.
mind you, stop right now before you play it.
Yes.
I'm sitting outside at the table with around 6 other comedians
Yeah.
and a couple friends having a good laugh, and then I'm playing this.
Do you want to set this up?
It's
Yeah, there's a very attractive girl, butt naked, spreading her butt cheeks on a bed.
This is not what I asked for, but I was like, okay, let me see what it is.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Christine, you don't have a fucking Jesus. Look at that fucking weird tit.
Jesus Christ!
That is wobbly. It's like
Wow.
a waterbed.
Oh my God!
I don't find that lady unattractive. Weirdly,
If Stavros transitioned, that's what he would be like. Just a mushy Greek
it's like
lady.
Stavros posing a Pink Flamingos remake. Was it Divine?
There we go.
Here we go. Crank it. There it is.
Jesus.
Now, Jacob, you're probably wondering if these are real, but you can tell by the butthole movement they are.
Oh,
and
let's
if you're
see.
wondering, get a little closer.
Yeah.
Wait for it. It's a little baby. It's a little baby. Okay. Now. Okay. Now we're cooking with gasoline.
She's a pig.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Her butthole looks like a crater on the moon.
Now, wait. The finale.
This one's coming from the east.
I guess we
You know
were.
what I love doing? I love farting for you.
Funny.
Because I know you're listening
Now, Jacob.
to watching me fart.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is the big. No, is that it? This is the big finale.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Oh, I could feel the big one coming.
All hands on deck. Well. Jeez Louises.
Oh God.
Jacob, you are immediately not attracted to the woman anymore, correct?
No. Not at all.
Even in the visual, like, so seeing a video of, I could see if she was in a room just cracking ass all night, you'd be like, no way.
No.
But
she's a
seeing
pig
that
to me.
video, and if you met her tomorrow and she's like, no, I'm not farting, let's go, fuck, you would say no.
No.
Wow.
Really? What if
She's
it didn't? What if it
damaged
didn't
goods.
smell? What if it didn't smell?
No, it doesn't even happen in front of him. He's saying from this video, she's done forever.
Forever.
She's a pig.
He's right. I'm with him.
Come on, Bobby.
Yeah, yeah, we're
You
men.
gonna take her home
No,
tomorrow?
I'm not gonna take her home, but I will take her to a hotel like a Red Roof Inn. Let her toot on my knee. Maybe get her steak and cheese.
I bet this
She's not
girl.
gonna meet my family.
Yeah, I'm not gonna meet. She's not gonna come home and meet Mags.
I bet this girl will shit outside if you want.
She probably shits anywhere.
She doesn't even need to make a bathroom.
Oh,
She'll just
God.
squat over and just drop a couple loggers.
We get.
I'd like to. A part of me wants to get in like praying knees, like with my hands between my knees, and just drop logs right in the thing. But I'm not that free.
You're not.
I also pee when I poop.
That's good. You can pee when you poop out in the woods. You can just let it rip.
I'm gonna have to make a big enough toilet now.
Dude, I'm gonna find out if you can go.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a toilet.
But I don't want you fucking pulling out. I don't want you backing out after the first night going, Bobby, I gotta go. I can't make it, dude. I'm sorry.
My concern's not about that. My concern's about when is it the time, like the dates.
We'll make it
and other
work.
things. I have tons of like shit all
Dates?
summer. Yeah.
Yeah, but this will be epic. What if you win comedy camp?
I won't.
How do you know?
Norton, Bill Burr.
Russell Peters.
Well, how do you win?
Bill will probably.
You
win
have to.
this
You have
thing.
to win the sashes. You have to, like, when we teach you certain knots. Whoever knows all the knots. Whoever builds the best shelter. Whoever can build the best chair. Whoever has the best toilet set up. Whoever can find the water and filter it. Whoever can, there's a lot of all these challenges you have to do every day. It's only 5 days. It's really 4. Because the day up, and then you got to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last day is when we tell everybody who won, and then we go back down.
We're all gonna Blair Witch die. Damn, I got to walk down sad. I lost.
Well, there's animals. There's bears. There's a lot of animals up there. But let's take a break.
We'll take a break. But Jacob, if I go do 5 days in the woods with no electronics or no anything, you should give some consideration to the odd throuple. Yes. I'm going way out of comfort zone, dude. I don't like shitting like shitting here is a nightmare for me. This is going to be shitting in the woods, what I can only assume is directly next to Beth Stelling.
Can we do this? Seriously?
What, build he toilets? Me and her?
No, we're gonna be they.
We're going to do him and her toilets, and then Norton has to go between?
Why are you so adorable today?
I don't know.
Dude, let me ask you a question. Me and you go one night. We'll go one night.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you.
Okay.
We'll go like on a third. Like when we don't have a weekend.
Yeah.
We'll go on one night.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do like a Saturday or a Thursday to Friday.
Sure.
Me and you go up, and we'll do a one night of primitive camping with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you go, Jake?
That I would do, yeah.
Nice.
Wait, primitive camping though. There's no toilet. There's coyotes, bears, snakes.
Wait, what?
Yeah. What did you think?
No,
but
would we do something to avoid these things? You just say like you have to like live amongst them. Like
we're not gonna.
Like, look, a bear's gonna come while you're sleeping.
No,
just stay down.
A bear will come if you don't hang a bear bag, which I'll teach you how to do. We'll be back.
Bobby, my brother and my
That was
nephew.
going to be such a good
That
sign
was-
off, Jacob. That was going to be so good.
All right.
Because we have to have a bear. Good.
I'm going to teach you. You will have a bear unless I teach you how to hang a bear bag, which I will teach you how to do. We'll be right back with the bonfire.
So good.
Hang on now. Oh. Hey. Oh. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Are you ready to smell better everywhere? It's Bobby Kelly and Big J Oakerson. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
I'm excited to tell you all about Lumi, the whole body deodorant that's clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours, my friend, on your pits, feet, privates, and beyond. You can bring this up.
I was just going to say, could I bring this on the trip?
100%. You get beauty items.
Oh, you bring Lumi.
This could do a lot of things. This could replace a bunch of things. You understand?
We'll replace 100 bottles of water. Oh, can I bring nonstop? Can I bring an endless supply of baby wipes also?
No.
What am I wiping with, Bob?
We'll give you not an endless supply. We'll give you some. It's pH optimized to safely and effectively control odor anywhere you have it. Wish you did and wish you didn't. I'm talking about down there in your stomach area.
Yeah, because you just took a dump in the woods.
Plus, it's proven to work better than a shower with soap alone. What? That's crazy. I have this. I use it. It actually works.
Yeah. You actually told me off air that you really are enjoying
I love my Lumi.
I just got mine. Showed up.
I just yelled at my wife because she had it in my son's room. I was like, where's my Lumi?
Really?
Yeah, where's my Lumi? That should be the commercial. Whether you shower twice a day or 3 times a week, Lumi works better. And did I mention it's aluminum free, which is awesome. That's another reason why I love it. Lumi, okay, it's starter pack. It's perfect for the new customer. It's a little pack that I got. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice.
Perfect for primitive camping.
Like mini body wash, deodorant wipes. You can bring the deodorant wipes up too. And free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off Lumi starter pack with code BONFIRE at LumiDeodorant.com. That's LUME deodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you visit LumiDeodorant.com and use code BONFIRE.
Trunk Nation with Eddie Trunk.
Grateful to have Miles Kennedy and Wolfgang Van Halen here with me today, hanging out.
I always kind of joke him after a show. I always want to hug him right when he gets done because he's kind of sweating. Because I want some of that genius juice on the body.
You can have my juice anytime you want, Miles.
And there's the headline.
Trunk Nation, weekdays, 3 p.m. East on Faction Talk, Sirius XM Channel 103, or listen anytime on the SXM app.
That might be the greatest title fight in the history of the division.
The UFC is on Sirius XM Fight Nation. Get inside the octagon for all the UFC Fight Night cards on Channel 156.
The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Plus, hear the preliminary bouts and pre- and post-fight commentary for UFC pay-per-view cards. The UFC is on your home for combat sports. Sirius XM Fight Nation, Channel 156, and on the SXM app.
Are you finding it difficult to navigate the term life insurance marketplace because you have a few health glitches? Call Big Lou for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance. You need Term Provider. And Term Provider is home to Big Lou, the term life insurance king. He knows how to tip the scales in your favor, even if you're a bit porky, have diabetes, or other health issues. Big Lou won't play the bait-and-switch game by quoting an unrealistic price for your health profile and try to push to take a higher price later. The bottom line is this. If you're looking for $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance, call the Term Life Insurance Experts at Term Provider and speak with Big Lou. 800-200-1390. 800-200-1390 or biglou.com. For $500,000 to $1 million or more of affordable term life insurance, call 800-200-1390 or biglou.com.
The greatest American rock and roll band in history, Aerosmith, present Peace Out, the farewell tour. Aerosmith, with special guest the Black Crowes.
Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, cause the mama, I'm sure all down.
Live on tour across North America. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Aerosmith with the Black Crowes, the farewell tour. Peace out.
With the recent collapse of some of America's largest banks, the aftershocks could be devastating for small businesses needing financing. The reality is that banks may now hold back on lending the capital you need to survive and thrive. But despite the banking crisis, Swish Funding is the small business owner's friend. Swish Funding is standing by with the funds you need for expansion, inventory, increased overhead, and slow cash flow. Restaurants, plumbing, landscaping, healthcare providers, and many other types of businesses can still get the funds they need fast despite the growing uncertainty in bank loans. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business revenue, not your personal credit score. If you've been in business for 1 year or more and have an annual income of at least $100,000, we're ready to help with funding from $10,000 to $1 million with no collateral or personal guarantee needed. Applying takes just minutes with funds in your bank account within 24 hours. Go to swishfunding.com today. That's SWISH funding.com. Swishfunding.com.
You are getting sleepy. Your CPAP mask is clamped tightly to your face. You will not toss and turn through the whooshing. You will not throw the mask.
It's not working, Harold. People who struggle with CPAP have partners who struggle too. Luckily, now there's Inspire. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
When I snap my fingers, you will remember to visit inspiresleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
This is Giannis Pappas, and you're listening to The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Robert Kelly on Faction Talk 103.
Bitch.
Lou put on the wrong song. I can't hear myself at all. Oh wait, because it's the wrong headphones. That's my fault.
It's okay. You're a TV star, not a radio star.
Yeah, I'm a TV star now. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm a big Fox News star now. Go Trump, build that wall.
Yep.
This year, everyone, turn your family's past into the perfect Mother's Day present with a connected frame from Aura. Aura frames were named Best Digital Photo Frame by Wirecutter, the strategist, and selected as one of Oprah Winfrey's favorite things. And they're guaranteed to make Mama Grandma smile. Aura frames bring all your photos and videos together in one gorgeous high-resolution display where Mom can really enjoy them. That's right. She doesn't have to scroll through group text or search on social media. You can preload any frame with meaningful memories and special messages that will appear as soon as it's set up. You can do what Bobby did. Invite the whole family to join the frame game. You can feel connected from anywhere. Share photos and memories with family all over the country with our Aura frame right now. Aura has a great deal for Mother's Day. Listeners of The Bonfire can get Aura frames. If you go to auraframes.com, you can get up to $30 off their best-selling Carver matte frames.
My mom's favorite gift.
Yeah.
She loves it.
And your mom rules, and she's hard to buy for.
I want to get it. Yeah, what?
She's hard to buy for.
How do you, what?
Yeah, I just mean she's a little bit picky about things she likes.
What are you talking about? You know my mom?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know. I get her, like, nice things. I don't get her, like, you know, it's not like gross or anything like that. Just, like, back massagers.
What?
Yeah, that's not crazy to get someone a back massager. That little thing that you can put inside of you and I can control it and you make money on the internet.
You got my mom through the pandemic and when my dad passed away. Thanks, Jay.
Horror Frames, AURAFrames.com. And our listeners will also get free shipping with code Bonfire at checkout. This deal ends on Mother's Day, so do not wait. Terms and conditions do apply. Let's get that song right this time, Lou.
I cannot find it.
The song Into the Woods from Into the Woods, Lou can't find.
Really?
Into the Woods.
You could say Into the Woods all you want. I'm still not finding it.
Is the song not called Into the Woods?
Well, there's a bunch of bad acting all around it.
No,
yeah, I tried to
Lou's
play
listening to a song that's called I Wish. For sure, the prologue.
Yeah, that's the one we just did with the zany bitch.
The zany bitch.
Bitch.
The zany bitch.
There's nothing worse than a zany bitch.
So funny. I keep throwing shit at you. And
Are you eating on the air?
Are we on the air right now?
Yes.
I thought you know we were back.
You just read a commercial.
You read a commercial, but then you went into some zany bitch shit.
You thought I was practicing a commercial?
But you didn't do the song. I'm sorry. Wow, that's loud. That must have sounded like shit.
That was hilarious. I thought it was a joke. He's like,
He's so relaxed.
he was like, I thought you guys were thinking about something. I was probably just eating flaming hot chips.
Listen, man, I know this is the old show, but this is the new show. What's going on, everybody?
We chomped down in here.
Enjoy the bonfire. Crackle.
I reluctantly like flaming hot flavor more than I thought I would.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't like it, but here's the problem with it. I hate it, but it's addictive.
Yeah.
There's something in the heat that makes you want to...
I think I saw on World Star Hip Hop today that a black guy is putting Red Hot Cheetos into a time capsule so future generations will know.
Did you want the song now?
Sure.
Oh, my God.
It takes 10 minutes to get
up?
there. Is that the issue? That's not Black Lou's fault.
Are you listening to me? Yes. How much are you to ask? No more than £5.
I thought I had it right.
Less than 5.
Good God. Christine, didn't you play a boy in this?
Yeah, I played the baker, male.
Didn't you play a heavy set boy in this play?
What is it?
Into the Woods.
Do it again. What is
Into
it?
the Woods.
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods.
Apparently it never gets said in the
Where
song.
are we going? Into the Woods.
I thought this was the whole thing was I was going to say play this and because we're going into the woods it makes sense.
Right.
They never say into the woods. The only thing I remember from this song in a movie that I took an active nap in, the only thing I remember is this movie starting with the song Into the Woods. Lou played the prologue. I gave him a ration of shit that he did not deserve.
It was uncomfortable. That's why I started eating again.
And then
sorry, Lou.
They never say Into the Woods.
I don't hear any real songs. It's just a bunch of acting.
Yeah, well, musicals do suck shit.
Musicals
we know that.
blow.
Musicals are great. You guys are.
They're not great.
Yes, they are.
What's great
Listen
about
to this horse shit.
They're super fun. You don't like music? Jay, you love musicals. West Side Story is like a major part of your life.
Different.
That's a musical.
How is that
Gang
different?
violence.
It's not gang violence.
It's
They
dancing.
dance with knives.
Oh, yeah?
And they're fake theater knives.
There was
When you
knives in your
stab,
fighters today.
Oh,
You were
but-
able to dance your way out of it.
Dude,
With song and dance?
That's not funny.
Phones on the tracks, dude. Phones on the tracks, dude.
I don't give a shit, motherfucker. You a pussy bitch. I knew it. I'm not a pussy. You pulled the knife on me.
Why don't you shut your mouth? I'm trying to get on the train. I was just trying to help.
You motherfucker don't talk to me like that.
I hate this guy in America. He is so bald in America. Slashing his snacks in America. Kicking his phone in America.
You hit my snacks. You hit my snacks. I'm just trying to lose weight and make it through the day to get home to my son.
Old
Max.
ladies, I just got saved by 5 old ladies. And suddenly...
My phone is on the tracks. I don't know what to do. There's a young man.
My phone is on the tracks. Where are all the blacks? Seton Smith appears. He's so athletic and spry.
Hey!
Brian Scalaro.
Brian
Scalaro's joining the show, everybody. One of my favorites. Brian, what's up, buddy?
Hi, buddy.
Good to see you.
Hi, buddy.
Robbie.
How you doing, man?
Look good.
Thank you, buddy. How are you?
I'm fat and tired.
Good to see you. I'm tired.
Brian.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, headphones.
I couldn't say it enough at nauseum all the time, but I know because you always stay working with Steve Dildarian is his name.
I love Steve.
That you guys did another show now. The 10-year-old Tom is fucking hilarious, man. Your voice is so good on that stuff. You do such a good job.
He lets me ad-lib. He lets everybody ad-lib, but he does 10-year-old Tom and Life and Times of Tim. I'm so out of breath. I walk from the elevator to here. I know, yeah.
Jay, he took the elevator.
I had to shoot water out of the hole in my penis as well, so it was an extra. But what he does is he gives you one page, and then he wants you to ad-lib so it sounds like more real.
Yeah.
And I think he likes my New York accent, and I just ad-lib the shit out of things.
So funny.
10-year-old Tom, the new season's coming out, I think it's September. It's really funny.
That's such a... I've done only a little of that type of work. It's the best.
Yeah.
You go into a booth, you got a little water.
Yeah.
You can if you make a mistake, you can fix it right away. They direct you to where you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't feel like an ass, and it's just you.
Pajamas.
Flip-flops. Do they?
And you can do it anywhere. They have it, like if you're on the road, they're like, oh, we set up a studio, we'll just go down.
When I used to do the voiceover for the show Louie, like coming up next on Louie, all new. Like I was in traveling the country, and I had to drop everything and go somewhere. And one time I had to go to this old man's house, and his lawn was just dead frogs. I was like, what the fuck am I going? It was just me walking through dead frogs in a little booth he made out of foam in his basement. I was like, this is where I get killed.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. It's a lot of places don't hire me because of my New York accent, but I think he likes us, Steve.
Do they animate around your words?
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's the few things I've ever done, I had to line up with a thing that was already animated.
Well, this guy, he really understands. He writes it, he performs it, he draws it, and he edits it. All by himself.
That's awesome.
So there was one line where I was like, the bathroom situation, is it indoors or anything goes? And I was like, well, you may want to check your driveway. I just made that up, and they had a scene where she's cleaning the driveway. She's cleaning my shit out of the driveway.
Do you get paid for writing, too, because of that?
No.
Oh.
He does a great character on the 10-year-old Tom I just watched again the other day.
Uncle Bill.
Yeah, it's Boston Red Sox, the oldest bat boy.
The new season,
and his nephew is Tom. Yeah, it's so funny.
I move into his attic in the new season.
That character?
And I ask him to shave my ass. I'm like, just help me out. I can't reach back there. It's really stupid.
You have such a great voice, man. That is so great.
Women like my voice, and that's it.
Men like your voice, too.
It's I've literally had a woman turn off the lights and just have me just talk to her.
Really?
Yeah. Then
she flicked bean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it a prostitute? That'd be a funny request. You know what? Just turn off the lights and I'm just going to masturbate myself.
Yeah, and then it was my turn. She's like, what do you want to say? I'm like, just make fun of me. She's like, you faggot. And I came instantly.
I had that yesterday on the train.
Bobby almost got murdered on a train.
I did yesterday.
He won't stop blabbering on about it.
I mean,
Bobby almost got stabbed yesterday, and it's like the only thing going on now. None of us other have things going on either.
Jay walked up to me and he went, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, cool."
I went, "Good to see you."
Good to see you. That was it.
That was it. Well, what you were.
Dude, it was Subway. Some guy said shit. I said shit back.
Never say
and then
shit
he came
never
at
say
me.
Shit back.
I pushed him, and then he pulled out a knife.
Sure.
I thought we were gonna square off like men, and he was like, "Nope, I have a knife."
You were squaring off like Puerto Rican men.
I remember this. I met this one guy. He was like, "I hate New York." He's like, I moved here. It's just the quality of life is horrible. I got beat with a 2x4, but there was a guy with a 2x4. I was like, "Did you say something to him?" He goes, "Yeah." Well, that's why. Just don't say anything.
Yep.
It's your fault.
It does help, yeah. I mean, on a random attack, if you don't say anything, it does tend to help.
No, it was 100% my fault. When I said, "Hey, shut the fuck up," that was the part that was my fault.
I want to allow you to take 100% thing for that.
Why?
Having a guy be a jerk off, masculinity is always going to turn on for a second.
Yeah.
What you want is the rationale to kick in fast enough to go like, what's to be gained here?
Yeah.
I told you the thing. That's what I was telling you yesterday when the guy. I had my window down when I was like waiting for him to cross the street.
Yeah.
And instead he was like, "Go, you fucking dumb cocksucker!" And just because I heard him, I was like, I was out of the car. And like 30 seconds later, you're like. Who gives a shit? It's like, who gives a fuck? He wasn't even looking at our direction. He's just like He was drunk. He was just a drunk idiot. It's a waste of time.
There was a woman who I asked if I can cut in. She goes, "No, you fat fuck." I was like, "You call me a fat fuck?" And she went like this. She made like a big stomach thing.
She pantomime fat fuck? That is just fucking awful.
I get out of my car and I pretend to take pictures of her because he had an Uber and a Lyft thing. She panicked, and then she drove up a side street. So then I just coincidentally went up another street, and here she comes right at me. But it's one of these streets where you can't get by me. So I got out of the car and blocked. I was like, "Hey!" And I started taking photos. And she panicked and just went in reverse. So I feel like I won that.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
But by the way,
I did not win yesterday.
Not kudos to her, but I gotta say that's hilarious. You go, "You fat fuck," and you go, "What?" She goes, "You didn't hear me? Were you deaf?"
Yeah.
This.
Yeah,
She's pretty fat too.
I wonder if that is...
fat on fat crime hurts the worst.
It's like, why would you do this?
It
happens to me all the time.
Is that sign language for fat?
Is that, yeah.
Or did you just make that up?
And she puffed her cheeks out.
I've been called fat fuck. When I was, last year I was 335. I was my biggest, maybe 340. And I've been called fat fuck. That's the worst.
Yeah, it was really. I did a movie, and a guy couldn't ad lib. I was ad libbing with him, and he couldn't keep up. So he was like, "Open the door, you fat fuck."
Yeah.
So I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop the scene, and my character worked for his character, so I can't like yell at him.
Right.
So that's what you just hurt my feelings, and the crew laughed. And then I was like, they said cut. I was like, "Fuck you, pal." He's like, "Oh, I thought it was okay." Well, why would you think it was okay?
Yeah.
To just limit me,
or just at least ask first. Like, where should I not go?
The guy just panicked. He had a lazy eye. He couldn't ad lib. I could have made fun of him too.
I had Pete Holmes had his show, and he had me on it as me. And
Crashing?
my scene was to make fun of him, and he was like, "No, go at it. Just do it." I was like, "I don't want to do this, dude. Like, are you sure?" He's like, "No, I can take it. I can take it." And I was like, "All right." So I kind of went at him a little bit. He's like, "Stop. Next time, really, man, just do it. Do what you guys do at the table." I was like, "All right, dude." And then we acted. I was like, "Hey, dude, what's up with that fucking mole on your head? Why don't you get that
mole head weirdo?"
I go, "Dude, I can see a shadow on it. It grosses me out."
Oh my God.
I go, "Why don't you get that fucking taken off? Even if it 90% sure you might die in the operation, you should still check." And I could see it hurt his feelings. And I was like, "I didn't want to do this. You just made
I should have said not the mole."
Yeah, like the crew was mad at me. Like everybody was like, "Wow." I was like, "He told me to fucking."
That was good. He wrote me to play myself, but my character was all like, "Pete, I'm helping you out. I like you, kid." They didn't make me do mean stuff to him.
Yeah, he set me up.
But I think what happens to me happens to you a lot. Like in Louis, when you're the big fat guy who goes out of the bathroom. Like we want somebody big and fat and stinky in there first.
You have talented partners that leave you?
Well, I don't know if
they get stuck with a mediocre guy.
When people are like, "I want you to do I wrote a part for you." I'm like, "Is it about me being fat?" Well, yeah. Oh, no, thank you.
Here's another thing that they do with fat people. When I got shows, every fat thing I got, they want you to take your shirt off.
Yeah. Well,
when I did Marin, I literally went up to him. I was like, "I have to do the scene, do all this stuff. It has nothing to do with me being fat. I'm a cable guy."
Yeah.
And then at the end he goes, "You take your shirt off and walk away." And I'm like, "Why?" Because you're big. I'm like, "Yeah, but what the fuck is that? Can I at least put a wife beater on?"
Yeah. My Louis trajectory. Go. I'm sorry.
And they were like, "No, we need you." And like they went and had a fat meeting. The writers and the producers went, and I saw them, and they were all skinny guys. And they're like, "Well, we really need you to do the shirt thing at the end because it's going to be funny." I was like, "They're like, don't worry, you don't look fat." I'm like, "I feel fat. I feel it right now."
We all know what to do.
No, you look great.
Yeah, it was sad.
My Louis trajectory. Well, for one, on Z-Rock, I remember there was a day that there was like an issue because they wanted me to come out like in a diaper.
What? What was this?
Z-Rock. It was a TV show. It was on IFC for 2 years.
Great show.
Really?
It was a fun show, and it was just like it did not make sense in the scene, but it's also just like it's a laugh, and I'm like, I'll do it with like my words or saying something. Yeah. It's me being in a diaper. It's like the joke is. I'm like, the joke's I'm fat. And they go, "Well, the joke's you're in a diaper." I go, "But fat guy in a diaper.
Yeah,
if I was jacked, this isn't a joke."
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just like I look like the naked cowboy or something.
There's one with me. Oh, sorry. Go
ahead. But the Louis trajectory was I was driving to. I think it was the only other time that I headlined that Pittsburgh Improv. Driving out there on like an 8-hour drive or whatever.
It's one road.
Yeah.
2-lane, the Pittsburgh Highway or something.
Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Oh, it sucks.
So I'm going that, and I get a phone call, and they go, hey, this is so and so from Pig Newton, so we want you to play. He goes, would you be willing? Louis doing the pilot. It was the first episode of Louis. He goes, and he wrote a part for you. He wants you to do, and I go, wrote a part for me. And he was like, yeah. I go, I didn't know me and Louis knew each other that well at all. Like, I'm just kind of, I almost like, oh, he knows who I am. Is kind of a cool thing. He wrote it for me. She goes, yeah. He said he wants you to do it. So if you're willing to do it, like it's not an audition or anything. Like you got the part. I was like, wow. She goes, yeah, I'd love to. She goes, all right, I'm going to send you over the script and then whatever, and you get it. And I got the script, and I mean, it was like the character's name, whatever it was like putrid, sloppy, fat, sweaty, disgusting pig of a man. And then I was just like, okay, and I didn't say anything about it. And then
he does know that.
But Louis, when he came in, it was at Ben's Pizza. The scene. I mean, he couldn't have walked up to me the second he saw me and was like, "Dude, I heard they said I didn't write this for you." He's like, "We auditioned a lot of people." I was like, "At this point, we just need somebody who can get the line."
Right.
So whether that was even like a backpedal or not, I liked it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Thank you." He goes,
"He's been around. He knows."
Yes, but here's what he said. He goes, "No, I just needed somebody to nail it." We had like a bunch of people audition. It didn't work out.
I walked into an audition once, and this big girl comes in. I felt so bad, and she goes, "Fucking Christ!" I'm like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "The fuck." They couldn't give her a name.
Yeah.
And I just looked, and it said "fat woman." It's like you couldn't write Karen.
It's
heavy set Karen.
Did you get that, Bobby?
Chubby Kathy?
Yeah.
Something.
When you were like your heaviest, because I feel that all the time. I feel it, Jay, when I see shows like that where someone's got to play like the fat girl getting picked on, especially if it's like, well, you see movies when there's like an unattractive, like heavy lady who's like naked in a scene or something and doing a thing where she's being made fun of her. It's sad. I'm really like, God bless that actress, man, because I can't. I just can't do it. I wouldn't.
The problem. Here's what I think the problem is. It says they get the breakdowns. Your manager or agent gets a breakdown, and if the part says heavyset, it's because somewhere in the script there's a joke about you being fat.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they don't consider us for like a judge or a cop because it doesn't say heavyset.
Right.
So they won't see us for other things, which makes no fucking sense at all.
I did get a cop once, and we talked about it with Giannis on the show.
Did it say fat cop?
No, it wasn't a fat cop. It was just a cop, and I actually
start a union.
I hurt the prop guy when he had to put my belt on. He popped his back. We talked about that. He popped his back, so for the rest of the season, I had to have two younger guys, put my belt on.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Louis' show is the greatest because you did just get the gig.
Yeah.
And it was great, but it was so low budget. He didn't care about trailers and all the other hoorah.
No.
He put it all into production. But I remember I showed up one time and he goes, I get in the scene. I'm in kabuki makeup,
right?
Which is it's Japanese kabuki. So they paint my whole face white.
Hot.
They black my eyebrows. They black my eyes. Everything, and then they broke for lunch. But there's no lunch. It's a walk away, and there's no trailer.
So you have to walk somewhere.
I'm on the streets of New York.
Looking at number 2.
I'm in the streets of New York walking around with kabuki makeup, right? And then I'm walking. I swear to God, all of a sudden,
dirty water dog.
Tom Hanks and Ed Burns walk out of the restaurant.
Tom Hanks and Ed Burns.
I swear
They happen to be there?
They walk out and we in stride walk together. And Tom goes, "Whoa, what's going on with you?" And I was like, "Hey, Tom,
give me your fucking wallet."
I go,
he'll never be able to describe you to the police.
I'm doing Louis' show. He goes, "Oh, tell Louis I said hi." I actually have the photo of me walking down the street with Tom Hanks and Ed Burns.
That's fucking hilarious.
And then I had to go get lunch, so I went to an English restaurant. It was the only one there. It was English, and
Did you have like the little red?
Yeah. So I had to eat breakfast by myself. I got an English breakfast. I got the eggs,
bangers and mash,
dude,
tomatoes, the rashers,
the beans. Yeah. So I was sitting by myself just eating English breakfast with kabuki makeup on in a packed restaurant at lunch. Fucking terrible.
I was a goblin on Wizards of Waverly Place, and they gave me fake teeth, and then they served rice, so I couldn't eat it. I had to drop the rice in my mouth. It was really uncomfortable, and nobody would talk to me. I remember Greg Giraldo was in the parking lot, and he was trying to get Coke or something. And he's talking to his wife, and then I see him, and I go, "Hey!" And he goes, "Hang on, honey. There's a maniac here who thinks he knows me." Because I was dressed like a goblin. He had no idea who I was. But then he's like, "Oh, it's Clara. All right."
Yeah, I used to see him. That my daughter, like, she's 20 now, but like she watched that show for sure. Young Selena Gomez.
What was the show?
So, Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wizards of Waverly Place. Yeah,
it was just a popular show. The kids, the Gen Z people know it now.
You're such a great actor, though, man.
Thanks. You too, man. I couldn't cry on cue like you did on Louis.
Well, you know, tell you that's so
Those
funny.
real tears.
He called me up 2 months ahead of time and did what you're not supposed to do. He's like, "Can you cry on film?"
Can you cry?
Yeah. All right, I'm writing a scene for you, but you got to be able to cry. I'm like, "Well, you're kind of fucking me up now because now I'm going to be thinking about it until we do it." You know, he's not supposed to do that. You just give the person the part, and then they find a way, right?
I think the only thing I do is I cry in my trailer ahead of time. I think about, and then when I get to the scene, I'm already emotionally able to.
All I got to do is think about my childhood, and I'm in. That's all. Just 3 days. I got one. I remember a birthday. I mean, there's a lot of bad things.
Have you had the real cry on camera before?
For auditions.
For auditions.
Yeah.
Yeah. He booked me. He goes, "It does." And you're working with a really famous Broadway actress. She's royalty in this. So you have to have your lines. You got to really have it together.
Julie Andrews.
What's funny? He didn't trust you.
Well, he doesn't even trust me.
He gave you a big part.
I found out that later. So I got there. I studied so hard, and I was trying to find the moment and blah blah. I worked my butt off. We get there.
I'm still there.
We get there. We start. Sorry. We get there. We start the line. The lady goes. We start the line. I go, "Mom," and she does her. She goes, "What's the line?"
She forgot the line.
Not one line. Dude, it took 17 hours to shoot this fucking thing. What is it again? I was like, "Fuck you."
She did it line by line.
I was so mad, dude. So mad.
They showed, I think, a picture or a scene or two from you guys in the you and Elon in the Pam documentary.
Oh, they did. Really, from the documentary? I didn't know.
Yeah. They show just like on the show Stacked, right? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, we did show. 2 years. It was a lot of fun. I look so good on that show. I can't even. I look like I ate that guy. I could see my penis without a mirror on that show.
That was I remember when it came out. It was exciting because I knew you guys from the Comedy Cellar and everything, and it was working with the dream girl of dream girls, and that was still like
Christopher Lloyd.
That was an interesting time of Pam Anderson. It was right. I mean, here's the thing: she's still a beautiful woman and everything, but she shows her age now for sure. She is an older lady.
Well, that was her. I think that was her last chance, and I think she did a good job.
She was still stunningly hot in that point.
Yeah, what I thought was when she would show up for work in the morning, she had no makeup on. She'd wear a white tank top and white sweatpants. And I thought she looked much more beautiful that way than when she all dressed up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they make her like ridiculous.
But she was. I thought the show would have been good if they changed presidents 3 times during our run.
Oh, the network.
The first person picked us up. The second person renewed us. The third person was like, "Fuck this! I don't like Pam."
Oh, it was just didn't like her.
Yeah. Well, didn't like
what she was.
Well, yeah, exactly. So they got rid of her. But it was tremendous fun. She was great, and and Christopher Lloyd was awesome.
What year was that?
2005, 2006.
So it was well after like all the scandal stuff and everything.
Yeah, it was well. That was her big chance to come back.
Yeah, she. That was such a funny thing in the. Did you watch the documentary, Bobby?
I didn't know it was
the Pam Anderson one.
I watched most of it. Yeah.
There's Anna Nicole Smith one coming out too. Yeah. But
I watched most of it. Is she at the beginning? I was like, she looks old, but by the end, I was like, you know what?
Sure.
For her age, she actually. Incredible. I liked it. I like her. She looks all right.
I thought it made her so endearing again, that documentary, and then like it really did. And then they said the thing when they were like, when they were talking about the Hulu show that they made, like the Pam and Tommy, like the dramatization of it all. And then when the son called, and he just said, seeing that perspective changed my mind, because I thought the Hulu show was like pretty good.
Yeah. What, the one with with the
Seth
guy
Rogen and everything? Yeah. And the guy, the Avenger who played Tommy Lee.
Yeah, I hate he's only 4'2".
Huh?
Well, we didn't like Tommy on the show. He would push her around, not physically.
Yeah, but I'm saying on this documentary when they're talking about the theft of the tape, the sex tape, and her son calls her. Yeah. Pam Anderson's son calls her and he goes, "Mom, I watched the first 3 episodes of the Hulu show." And she was like, and he was like, "Don't watch it." He goes, "They give the guy a reason," which is kind of true. It is shitty. Like they almost like, not to make you feel bad for the guy who stole the stuff, but they're like, Tommy Lee was mean and didn't pay me, and like, fired a shotgun at me. It was probably none of that is true. Do you know what I mean? And they really did.
I would say it probably is true.
You think so?
Well,
that unhinged?
Well, he was well, she was unaware of how much of a jerk he could be, and then then she was aware of it after a while, and that's why she left.
Yeah, they were still together on the show.
Did he do stuff
But then
on the set?
he would try to. She was always bothering her. I mean, I don't know personally, but she would talk about it. And when she did the roast, she was like, he forced his way onto the roast. And then she asked us, who do you guys like better, Bob or Tommy? Bob beating Kid Rock, and we all liked Kid Rock. Well, this is before him shooting.
We did too. We do too.
So I said,
but he doesn't like us.
Probably Kid Rock does not love us.
We love him.
Well, then we said Bob, and then he wanted her to move to Detroit, and she was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
It's like putting a rose in the toilet.
That's what I think that's what she says in the documentary. She was like, all of a sudden, I'm like waking up. There's people ATVs on ramps outside. So she's like, what the hell am I doing? She's like, she's like a glam lady, and all of a sudden, she's with these guys.
She was so awesome. She was so sweet to me, and she was terrific.
You don't talk to her anymore?
I've lost that computer. That computer had too much porn on it, and it got shut down. So I lost that email. But I talk to Christopher Lloyd occasionally.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
My favorite story of Christopher Lloyd is after 2 years of working with him, I sat down with him and I said, I got to tell you, something you did really bother me. And he goes, what? I was like, it's just something you did. It made me feel horrible. He goes, what? Tell me. I was like, it really upset me. He goes, what did I do? And I go, when you killed the cartoon shoe in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Why'd you do that? The shoe wasn't going to do anything. It was a squeaky shoe. And he looked at me, he's like, oh, I'm really sorry. It was awesome. It was a great time in my life. Yeah, I thought that fucking writer's strike killed everything.
That's what it did.
Writer's strike knocked everybody down a peg. Like all of a sudden, movie stars were doing TV, like Kevin Bacon. So if you were a regular on a show like me and Elon, we got shoved to guest role territory, and you can't live on guest roles.
What's Elon like in real life?
The same as he is on stage.
What's Elon Gold?
What if he makes jokes when he's fucking? He's on all the time.
I like Elon.
Elon's
great.
He smokes cigars. He's like a man's man.
Yeah, I know he smokes cigars, but his impressions just fucking kill me.
Yeah, what's that?
He does fantastic impressions. When he does Barry Katz, it's hilarious.
Yeah. His Jeff Goldblum always made me laugh a lot.
He was the first guy to do a Jeff Goldblum. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
My cat does one.
Well, I said it's also like everywhere, but everybody always kind of does the impression. It's everyone's Christopher Walken is Jay Moore's Christopher Walken. Everyone's Jeff Goldblum is Elon's Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It's so good.
Look how cute he is.
I love he has the same smirk and a bunch of different ones.
That dimply smile.
You got high cheekbones.
High cheekbones.
You have high cheekbones. The writer's strike was a weird thing because that's where reality TV was. That was the birth of reality TV, where it took over because it's going to happen again too because.
Well, I want to know when the switch was, because if you remember, it had to be like the 80s or 90s even. They would talk about, like, you wouldn't believe this, but like, Brad Pitt does Pepsi commercials and like
Japan.
And like commercials for like McDonald's over in like other countries, but now they just do it here.
I'll tell you,
like everyone just like who gives a shit.
I'll tell you
I mean,
what
Kevin Hart would be in a commercial for Valvoline. He doesn't give a fuck.
I'll tell you what happened. Actors found out that they could go do a Law and Order type show, make way fucking more money for way longer than you go do a movie. You get $1 million, $5 million, whatever it is. You're doing one of these shows. It's going to go for 10 years. You're making $250,000, $500,000 an episode, $1 million an episode, and you're getting residuals forever. So there's so much more money to be made if you get a run on a show.
Did you think Belzer died a millionaire? You think?
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
100%. He was making a. Christine, please, for Jay and the show. Can you find what he made per episode? I would say probably 100 and something thousand an episode.
My favorite.
And then think of residuals. I just got a check from doing Law and Order today for $575.
Love you like your hat thing. I like your hat. You got the part because you wore a hat.
Oh yeah, I got the hat. Yeah, I got a part because I wore a hat, and I got a part because I picked a booger in the audition, and I flicked it, and you could hear. And I waited till I heard it on the wall, and I went. I go ahead, let's go. And the director was like, I like this guy.
Yeah, you have to do something to stick out. So I always walk in, and the first thing I say is a lot of stairs. Then they laugh, and then I got the part then.
You got to do something when you walk in because they just saw 10 people that can act.
Yeah.
And there's got to be something with I'd like to have this guy around.
I walk in and say I'm terrible at this always.
That's not good.
That might hurt.
That might hurt.
I go, I'm so bad at this
No,
always.
that's
but
not what you should
let's
do.
give it a shot.
No, that's not good.
And I also go, I didn't memorize any of this.
That's not good either. This is what you don't do too. Here's another one. Who wrote this shit?
Danny DeVito did that, and that's how he got the part on Taxi.
What do you write?
He walked in and said, who wrote this crap? And then he got the part for Louis.
That's hilarious.
Christine, 100 something?
It's coming. Hilariously, the one that I found so far says unknown, but it says his net worth was around $16 million at the time
It
of
says
his
that
death.
for me too. That's
That's always bad. Dan Florek, though, not doing great. 100K.
100K is an episode, right?
Yeah,
that's
this
an
is
episode.
Per episode, ranked from lowest.
That's 100,000 an
Belzer
episode.
says unknown.
And after taxes and commission is $50,000.
Net worth $16 million.
Just so you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, dude. That's for residual. He's still getting residuals.
The net worths mean nothing, though.
Dude, I got a residual check from that movie I did.
Ghost Town?
No, I still get them from that too.
Return to the Blue Lagoon?
No, I didn't do that one. Steven Soderbergh's movie. He shot on iPhone 7.
Nice.
He shot a movie on a horror movie, Unhinged, I think it was called, I believe. And I got a check for that residuals because it cost so little to make. He filmed the whole thing on 2 iPhones. He was filming and editing there on a MacBook. So he'd shoot a scene and then a great cut and then go put it on his thing and as it's setting up, he'd be editing the movie.
Wow.
I got a check for that. That was
What's
double
happening to those toes? What's that?
Double.
That ruined my foot fetish, though.
Double. Can I finish the fucking thing?
I don't know. Christine, that's Christine's fault.
Can I finish? I'm right at the end of it, and you go about toes.
Go ahead.
Now it's over. I'm done.
No, you have to now.
No, I'm done.
I have a foot fetish. That's why I like airports.
It was a good one too. It was a good one. I was going to give you a dollar amount, and I know how much you love dollar amounts.
I love it. Who are you sleeping with, and how much do you make?
$10,000. It was $10,000.
That's pretty good.
I made $10,000 more than I made filming the movie.
This says Bell's dog made $500,000 per episode. False. No way that's true.
100%.
No way that's true.
I bet he did.
He is. Remember the big deal when the Tim Allens and everybody started getting $1 million an episode? That's the star of the show. Belzer was 5th down. It was him and Ice-T had to go hey, you guys go check on the kid's family and we'll go do police work.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Jay. You're in the union and you get bumped up. You have your manager. He's part of the show. They don't give a shit.
What do you think the cut in between scenes and wait while we reset cameras between Belzer and Ice-T was all
I
day?
think they went separate corners.
Completely right
I
away.
don't hear about your fucking cocoa.
Yeah. Yo, my wife about to come over here and shake a booty for y'all. Yo, y'all want to see her pop that pussy?
That's terrific, man. My favorite Richard Belzer story is that when he was drunk at the comic strip, long time ago, he wouldn't get off the stage, so the comics carried him off, and he was still performing while he was being carried.
Belzer?
Yeah, the microphone's still in his hand. While he was being carried out the door, he's still performing.
I watched him in the Belzonics once at Caroline's. I think I did something on the show there.
Did you like Belzer as a comedian?
No.
Oh.
As a stand-up? No, but again, here's the thing. I genuinely don't know much of it. What I always draw that from is there was a young comedian special years ago, so maybe a 70s or 80s one, maybe early 80s. But it was different locations.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the old days.
So Belzer was in the comic strip.
Yeah. I remember that. Stephen Wright was in Boston.
Somebody was out in...
And Harry Anderson was in
San Fran,
Which
maybe.
never, ever works, by the way.
No, it was terrible.
Chris Rock did that, too. It just... there's something visually that disconnects you.
But Belzer just kept going back to this joke. Do you remember this, Jacob? I've showed you this before. Yeah. He keeps going back to... He's like, no, but I kid religion, because what are you going to... Oh... And he kept doing the fake heart attack thing. I mean 8 times during the set, and never really any of it funny.
It worked at Catch a Rising Star on a Thursday.
He's like, no, but I kid people. I kid God, because what's he going to... And then the crowd would they're all coked up, so they're just like, yeah, this is good shit, man, faster.
What are they like?
They like their comedy fast. I always want to talk with you guys about the people that are gone from the comedy. So when I first came up here, you guys both working comics up here already and stuff, but it was so I was asking people, no one knows. Where's Tim Young?
No, he worked for he wrote to me when I first had MS. He wrote to me and he said, I can help you with I hadn't seen him for years. I think he got like a
cruise ships. I think he
got a better job.
Just a better job than comedy.
I think he still performs, but he wrote to me. He was very nice and he offered me advice. I didn't take it.
Hood, remember Hood?
Hood has a great job. Has a bunch of kids and makes money.
Good for him.
I thought Modi. I keep thinking Modi does leave comedy,
but then he pops up around.
That's not Tim Young.
That's not Tim Young.
It's
a different Tim Young.
That's Tim Young, but that's not.
Well,
Tim Young.
the funny thing about Hood was he always opened the show by saying, "I'm going to start the show by doing something for Allah," and he lifted his shirt up, and there was the dynamite.
Yeah.
And then after 9/11, we're like, "Well, how's he going to do his act to get on the planes?" It's fake. That's fake.
Well, Manny, the week.
I think it did ruin his set.
Yeah.
The week of 9/11, Manny, he didn't work the salary anymore. He hired him back for that Friday night, and we were like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" He's like, he goes, "This will be good. This will be good." And we were like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "It's either going to be good or it's going to be bad, which will be good too." And we all Colin, we all went in the hallway, and he went on stage. We were like, "This is nuts!" And he went, blah, blah, and he pulled it up, and the place fucking went nuts.
Wow!
And it worked, but we were like, "Woof!"
Wow!
Yeah,
man, it was so scary one. I was. You guys remember this? I'm sure you remember this story. So at the Comedy Cellar, I'm on stage. Chris Rock's on stage, and there's a drunk kid in the front, like heckling and interrupting. And he gets off stage. Well, I'm just gonna do a Chris Rock to just talk over this guy. So I went up and just talked over him. And then I went upstairs, and then we see Sherrod on stage, and people running around, and Sherrod's trying to keep the peace. It's like normal Sherrod, which you never see. Yeah. So I went downstairs, and like some the kids got up in the back, and they smashed the beer stein over the drunk guy's head. So all of a sudden, people are getting out, like put into cop cars, like the two Italian kids are put in cop cars, and the guy comes out covered in blood. He's like, "I'm suing the cellar. I'm suing the ambulance." He goes, "I'm an innocent victim." I was like, "Well, you weren't that innocent." And he looked at me covered in blood, like, "Why would you say that?" But he was heckling. And so then my mother the next day was like, "What's going to happen? Donald Trump's son." I go, "What do you mean?" Like, that was Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., who got hit with the beer stein. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I showed up in the morning the next day, and Manny's at the table with like Patrice and Nick DePaul, and they're all laughing. He's got a newspaper in his hand. Front page is Donald Trump saying he's going to sue. And I said, "Manny, aren't you upset?" And he goes, "No, you can't buy publicity like this."
I mean, really?
I was like, "Wow, he really understood."
Jesus Christ!
I remember that. That was there that night. That was crazy.
When I see him talking, I'm like, "Well, I know it. You're just a heckler." You know what I mean? Like, you really learn about somebody when they heckle.
Oh yeah. Well, their drinking habits, for one. You find out how quick it takes them to get drunk and unruly. I know we got to take a break. Keep it up to plugs. Yes, Brian Scalaro, I guess, has a new special, Trouble, available now at drybarcomedy.com.
Please look at it. I need money.
One of the funniest comedians out there.
Thank you.
I'm telling you right now.
Not funny now, but
always one of my favorites.
Thank you, guys. You too.
Hilarious.
Available right now, Dry Bar Comedy. Again, it's called Trouble. He's also going to be on the second season of 10-Year-Old Tom, with I cannot wait for, coming soon to Max. It's not going to be called HBO Max anymore, Christine. Get your head out of your ass.
Big J. Oakerson is going to be all over the place. Charlotte this weekend, 11th through the 13th, and he's going to be in South Carolina, Hershey, PA, Las Vegas. Tickets and all other tour dates, go to bigjcomedy.com.
Yeah. Bobby Kelly, of course, Stanford. That's tomorrow, everyone. Yeah. Tomorrow.
And don't get the Austin's sold out. There's no more tickets. It's sold out. All the shows.
Get on standby, though.
Boston. Me and Ron Bennington. It's a Sirius XM show night, and we got Joe List popping by. Wow. It's going to be a crazy show. Get your tickets at RobertKellyLive.com and get my special at LouisCK.com. Damn it.
Yay. Oh, and I'm at Vegas next week in Tropicana.
Nice.
Very, very cool. We'll be right back with Brian Scalaro for as long as we can. Probably 30 seconds. It's the Bonfire.
For Mother's Day, Sirius XM has the perfect channel for you. Whether you're listening with the whole family, looking to kick back, relax, and chill in the spa, or live the dream and sleep in with the Sleep Channel. Whatever you have planned for Mother's Day, we have the perfect channel for you. Find them now on the SXM app.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/comedy. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/comedy. That's ZipRecruiter.com/comedy. ZipRecruiter.com/comedy.
Attention small business owners needing financing. Are you frustrated with a slow process and high interest rate quotes from your bank? Then you need Swish Funding, the small business funding experts, where our simple application process takes just minutes with affordable funding as soon as one business day. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business cash flow, not your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with funding from $10,000 to $500,000. If you've been in business for 1 year or more with an annual income of at least $100,000, you can get the affordable funding you need with no collateral. Swish Funding is providing funds for expansion, inventory, increased overhead, even slow cash flow to small businesses all over America. Restaurants, plumbing, landscaping, trucking, auto body shops, healthcare providers, and more are getting the funds they need fast. At Swish Funding, applying takes just minutes with funds in your bank account within 24 hours. Go to swishfunding.com today. That's SWISH funding.com. Swishfunding.com.
Attention travelers, book your next trip with Gate 1 Travel today. Gate 1 Travel has been bringing ease and comfort to traveling for over 40 years. Book your next trip to Europe, Africa, Asia, and the Americas today to save 20%. Get a close-up view of Egypt's Great Pyramid, unique wildlife in any African national park, or marvel at the iconic Colosseum. Find your next adventure at gate1travel.com and save 20% with code RADIO20. That's RADIO20. Offer expires May 31st and valid for escorted land tours and river cruises.
Heading down the road, Garmin leading the way. Garmin's how all the truckers get it done. And now we're moving along with a custom route to get there. Diesel's all you need, it's all in one. Diesel's all you need, it's all in one.
We're talking about a large navigation screen with custom routes made just for your rig. When you pull up to your stop, it switches to a clear overhead view of your destination. The Garmin Diesel Series, and that's spelled DEZL, y'all.
It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
I don't think Titanic sucked. It was horrible. I did get caught crying at it recently, which was...
Recently?
The old bitch was hateable. Throwing all that money into the ocean. She's hateable.
You shouldn't be crying at that movie in this millennium.
I totally agree.
Something's happening to you with the turbulence and the emotions.
I'm a menopausal, fucking blubber-sided woman.
Yeah! It's Jim and Sam. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern, or listen anytime with the SiriusXM app. ACM Awards Week is back on SiriusXM's The Highway.
You got a chance, take it.
Direct from the Star in Frisco, Texas.
Your all-access pass to the virtual backstage and red carpet.
Leading up to the 58th Academy of Country Music Awards. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific.
ACM Awards coverage is happening now.
Exclusively on The Highway, Channel 56.
And streaming on the SXM app.
Free with all trials and popular plans.
Attention taxpayers, ready for some bad news? With $80 billion in new funding from Congress, the IRS is hiring an army of 87,000 new agents and employees to ramp up their collection efforts. If you're behind on your taxes, don't delay another minute because your paycheck, your bank account, even your home or business could soon be at risk. Now, here's the good news. Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm, can get to work immediately, helping to protect you from the IRS. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their tax attorneys and licensed professionals are experts at resolving tax problems. Let them help determine if you qualify for the Fresh Start Initiative or other powerful IRS tax assistance programs. Take control. Call Optima Tax Relief now for a free consultation.
Call 800-370-8283. 800-370-8283. 800-370-8283.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/comedy. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/comedy. That's ZipRecruiter.com/comedy. ZipRecruiter.com/comedy.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. These are tough times for everyone, so dealing with your timeshare may not be your biggest concern. But when this passes, do you still want a lifetime of payments, fees, and commitments for a timeshare you were misled into buying?
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started the timeshare cancellation industry by exposing the ugly truth about timeshares and giving folks the straight facts. I've been fighting the timeshare giants ever since, so no one knows this industry better than me and my team. Today, we have saved our clients an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Imagine putting those timeshare dollars back in your pocket. Give my office a call today. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley Financial now for your free information kit. 800-722-1144. That's 800-722-1144. 800-722-1144.
Con el palpitar noticioso 24 horas al día.
Aurelia, dile conde que suba.
That's it. This is Giannis Papas, and you're listening to The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Robert Kelly on Faction Talk 103.
As bitch. You always got to carry a cake around.
Were you trying to butter my bread, motherfucker?
No, you
What
go
was it?
hardcore movie. Yes, you go. You better kill me with the first swing, dude.
But he would.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
probably.
would.
And then he'd go home free.
But if you say that, it is funny you're telling us hey, we should do. He goes, kill me right away because I will fight back. So really strike to kill.
Yeah, strike to kill.
I think if you fart and just kill the mood.
And then I'll pull out my tiger lady, collect his DNA. Next thing you know, I'm collecting his DNA.
21 and me. 21
And then we find out who he's related to.
Would you have done the show if you found out I was stabbed dead?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
I would do it.
Today? I would have. I would have to come on to explain to everybody what happened.
I'm asking about yesterday. Would you have done the show? Would you have done the show and went to Gutfeld? And
Gone to
wait a minute,
Gutfeld?
wait, and go on Gutfeld.
Fox News doesn't sleep for anybody, buddy.
And watch the Sixers game if I got stabbed.
Okay, the Sixers game was definitely going to happen no matter what.
If
you were Jewish and we were sitting Shiva up with Dawn and Max, I would have been like, if you guys don't mind, I'm very sorry for your loss. Do you care if I pop on TNT?
What's
no
your,
volume.
Do you have Wi-Fi? What's your password?
If they won, would you play the stupid song?
But yes, but with bagpipes, so it seems very Boston-y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers.
This is the only song you can play.
Lou, I need you at my funeral if I do die.
10, 9, 8,
I want this and I want the dude.
That's a song to have sex to. That and the Family Feud theme.
Brian Scalaro, always. Please come back soon, man. I always love having you on.
I had a great time. Thanks.
His new special, Trouble, available now. Drybarcomedy.com. He's also going to be on the second season of 10-Year-Old Tom, coming soon to Max.
And if he's around, you got to go see him live.
Yeah,
one of the funniest stand-ups walking right now.
Thank you. I'm at the Comedy Cellar all the time, and I'm doing a Tropicana Lamb Factory.
Big J. Oakerson is going to be all over the place this weekend.
Charlotte this weekend. You're going to be in Austin and Stamford this weekend.
Boston. Go to get my tickets to Boston. It's the Bonfire.
Always remember, too, Tiger Lady. Stop a rape.
Quiet your mind, reduce your stress, and rest easy with channels designed to help you fall asleep easier and faster in the SXM app. Sink into the comforting white noise of the storm shower on Rainfall Radio. Fade out to the soothing sounds of the Sleep Channel, or drift off to the nature sounds with Forest Dreams. Find them all in the SXM app, included with all trials and popular plans. Just search Sleep.
Hello, I'm Chad Sanders from the podcast Quitters. Here's a recent conversation I had with my co-host Julie Bowen.
I got news.
What?
My sister got all injured up. She hurt her knee. She had an operation. Then the power went out at her house in all these crazy rains. Where did she come? My house. What mattress did she stay on? The Satva. I'm going to be honest. She was like, "Oh, this is perfect. This is exactly right." Because at her house, her mattress is really, really, really squishy, and I don't like that. And she's on my mattress, and she's all up in there, and she's got her knees resting, and and I was like, the power's back on at your house. Do you want me to drive you up there? She's like, I don't know. This mattress feels really, really good. That's my story for this week about my Satva. I couldn't get anybody out of the house.
From now until Memorial Day, save up to $600 on a Satva luxury mattress. Visit satva.com. That's SAATVA.com.
Feeling boxed in by cable? Now's the time to break free from that overpriced TV bill and switch to Philo. With Philo, you'll get 70-plus channels live and on demand, plus an unlimited DVR, all for just $25 a month. You'll get the same channels you love, like AMC, Discovery, Hallmark Channel, Lifetime, MTV, Nickelodeon, TLC, VH1, and more, all for a fraction of the cost of cable. And the unlimited DVR lets you save tons of your favorite movies and shows for a year, so you can catch up on your schedule. That's endless entertainment at your fingertips. Best of all, switching to Philo could save you hundreds of dollars a year on your TV bill, making cutting the cord a no-brainer decision. You can even try Philo free for the first week, and because there's no contract, you can cancel at any time. But you probably won't, because who doesn't love saving money? So think outside the box and stay within your budget. Sign up with Philo today. It's super easy and takes way less time than calling your cable company to cancel your subscription. Visit philo.tv/cutthecord to get started today.
Get ready for the 2023 NFL season. The schedule is released. Schedule Release 23, presented by Verizon on NFL Network. Every key matchup, every rivalry, every primetime showdown, every game revealed with expert analysis and breakdowns for all 32 teams. Plus, regular season tickets are on sale. NFL Schedule Release, coming soon, live on NFL Network. Exclusive content only on NFL Plus. Visit NFL.com/schedule release to learn more.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because in good times or bad, we understand how critical it is to manage your business for today with the right workforce. We offer hiring solutions to fit changing demands. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
You're listening to Paper Route by I Am Athlete with hosts Brandon Marshall, Ashley Nicole Moss, and Corey Holmes.
Happy Hump Day, everybody. It's Hump Day. I don't know if you guys ever saw that commercial. I'm Ashley Nicole Moss. You never saw the commercial with the camel? Whatever. That may be a little bit dated, but whatever. I'm Ashley Nicole Moss. I got Brandon Marshall with me, Corey in the cut, aka Corey Holmes, and it is Wednesday, and we have a lot to talk about. A crazy day of NBA yesterday. Nuggets go up 3-2 in their series. 3-2, I correct? Yes, 3-2. And the 76ers take a surprising lead over the Boston Celtics that has their backs against the ropes. It's going to be a little bit interesting. Boston does not look like the Boston Celtics of last year, and a lot of people are looking at them sideways. The Knicks and the Heat play tonight, Game 5. We're going to win it at home because we're not going out like that. And of course, we got some cool football news to discuss. But Corey, I'm gonna throw it to you.
Yeah. Well, like Ashley said, we're gonna preview some games. We're gonna react to some games, and the NFL releases their schedule tomorrow at 8 Eastern. But they've also, we've already known of some matchups, so we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, we got to start with the Suns and Nuggets. So the Suns, they're facing elimination after their Game 5 loss to the Nuggets. The Nuggets got it done 118-102. And Jokic, he recorded his 10th career playoff triple-double. With that triple-double, he now has the most triple-doubles of any center in NBA history in the playoffs, right? He passed Wilt Chamberlain, who had 9. Ashley, I'm going to start with you. Do the Suns have a chance to force Game 7?
They definitely have a chance. They're going to be at home, which is beneficial. Like I said, going into this Nuggets game, role players tend to play better at home, and that's exactly what happened in this Game 5 loss for them, but win for the Nuggets. It's going to be hard, though. I think that Kevin Durant really hasn't looked like the KD that we're accustomed to seeing throughout the season, and I think that's there's a few things in there. Age is a factor. I think also, he is coming off of an injury. We don't know, how he may really be feeling. His shot looks a little bit off at times. It gets him a while to get going. And also it's a new situation. He was acclimated into the situation after his injury, after the trade. It was already midway through the season at that point. Devin Booker has looked phenomenal, but he just can't do it alone. There needs to be more help. And that's where that bench is going to come in, and those role players are going to come in. Whichever way Monty Williams can go ahead and dig deep to make that happen is going to be beneficial to the Nuggets. To the Suns to force a Game 7. If not, the Nuggets are more than equipped to go ahead and end this in Phoenix, for sure.
Two takeaways for me watching that game, and Ashley, you obviously know I'm extremely invested in the Suns advancing because of our conversation around depth, right? I've been getting cooked. And so I really want to see the Suns overcome all these challenges and these problems. Talking about cook, the first takeaway, let Book cook. What I saw watching this game was KD trying to get in the rhythm, and it was disrupting Book really taking over. Like, Book started off on the heater. He's been on the heater. He's been on a phenomenal run. Yeah. And it's like, when do you... as the guy, the superstar, and coming into this, you can say he was the guy. Now it's clear that Booker is the guy. But when do you, KD, say, you know what, you got it, run with it? And I felt like it was a little disruptive to Booker, really keeping him in contention and close.
I think you can do that. Before you get to your other points, I think you can do that if they had a bench that they could rely on. Like, if you knew those points that you were kind of giving up to let Devin Booker cook were going to come from elsewhere, then you can take that back seat. But they don't have that luxury. DeAndre Ayton's not really playing that well. Chris Paul's out of the rotation. Your starting five is kind of in disarray.
But it's just
Kevin Durant has to contribute.
it's like you know how it is in basketball, Ashley. When the guy's hot, he's hot. Let him go. And so, like, I just felt like KD was doing what he was supposed to do. He's trying to get in a rhythm, but it was disrupting. It was disrupting Booker. I mean, for them to go down that much that fast was a problem, and they could never overcome that. They fought back. I think it was at the end of the second and maybe in the third to get back to tie the game up. But then the Nuggets just went on a crazy run. The second point, Ashley, and it goes back to KD. We gotta say it. He played bad. KD played bad. He didn't play great. KD played bad. He was sluggish. We got to say it, Ashley. I know we always like to give flowers and show people love. We hold people accountable in a respectable way. But KD played bad. You know what it felt like? There was moments when I used to walk into the stadium and I knew I just didn't have the energy. There was a lot of times where I would send an equipment manager or some type of assistant coach, like, yo, go to the concession stand, go grab me a Snickers. I need some type of energy. Like, there were so many times I walked into a stadium.
Snickers was your energy bar?
Yeah, because
put you on a commercial.
Peanut butter jelly, something. Right? And that's what it felt like. He was KD was dribbling the ball off his leg. He was falling, tripling over himself. He was sluggish, and that's not like him. I don't know what's going on. I expect him to play better in the next game. But those are the two takeaways for me. You gotta let Book cook, like and it's more so KD just like in those moments getting in the way, and KD gotta bounce back. I don't expect KD to have two bad games like that.
Is it possible to running out of gas? Him and KD and Booker?
No, stop it. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk.
Two things though. I think one, to your point, let Devin Booker cook. Yes and no. The thing is that what happens is if you don't try to contribute in any capacity, if you don't try to take your open shots, a smart defense will start doubling.
But
Book,
that's not what he was doing, though, Ashley. He was calling for the ball.
Right. Because he has to contribute. He has to go ahead and try to help, because what happens is you start doubling Book if you know that that's the only player that they have that's going ahead and putting up points consistently. You're going to bring the double team, because KD doesn't have it. DeAndre Ayton doesn't have it. Shamit's not a guy who's going to give you 20 points a game. He's an 8 points per game player. You have to go ahead. KD has to try. It's not, you can't put all the weight on Devin Booker. I
agree with you. Basically, let me paint the picture this way. It's what LeBron is doing now with the Lakers, right? Like there's 70% of the time he's letting the offense go through AD. But he has
a much better team. He has a much more complete team.
It's interesting that you say that, though. They're playing better. Well, no, I can't give you that. I can't give you that. He has the better team.
If LeBron steps back, let's say LeBron steps back and lets AD cook, right? LeBron's 20 points per game. Let's just say that's the number that he's averaging. It's not. It's higher than that. But his 20 points, he knows if I only give you 12 of those, the other points can come from elsewhere. But Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, I feel like, are fully aware that the Nuggets starting five. Did you watch the game? Yeah. Did you? No, I'm saying. Sure. I don't know if you were out or what.
Sure. I think is that the game I called you? And you
no, that was last night.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The starting five of the Denver Nuggets alone is deep. The Suns do not have a starting five like that. And then you start incorporating some bench players, which I don't have the numbers in front of me. The bench wasn't as I feel like important in this game as the starting five was. But KD knows, Devin Booker knows we are at a deficit against this team, and we have to go ahead and give you 30 plus. Okay, he has to take his shots.
All right, the last thing I will say on this, Ashley, after the third time you dribble the ball off your leg and you sluggish, as an athlete, like when you just don't have your legs under you, when you just not in your
So you don't
groove.
try to fight through it?
Yeah, you do fight through it, but that's, to me, after the third time you dribble the ball off your leg, don't call for hey, we come up, hey, I'm right here, throw me the ball. No, get out the way. You saw what LeBron did. The first play of game 4, LeBron, what did LeBron do? He sat his ass out there, what we say in football terms, by the hash mark, right? Yeah. By the volleyball line. Mm-hmm. He sat out there and let went straight to AD in the post, let AD get him rhythm. That's what you do. And I just felt like, it was a missst opportunity for KD. They didn't have a chance. And I am proud of them. I am proud of them for fighting. The end of the second quarter, and I believe it was in the third quarter, they went down 12-15, and they were able to come back and tie the game up. They may even took the lead for a quick second, and then the Nuggets just turned it on. Jamal Murray, and then who started off the game hot? Your boy, Michael Porter Jr.
But then he
disappeared.
He hit the shots that they needed.
When we had this conversation, and this is not even to get back into the depth thing.
You can get in there because I'm not conceding to it.
How are you not conceding after watching what happened last night?
Because when you have, and I think this is you might ask this question next, but it's like, what does the Suns need to do to have a chance for the next game? And to me, KD and Devin Booker gotta be KD and Devin Booker. That's it. So to me, when you have legendary players, once in a lifetime players, that's what it is.
I hear what you're saying about once in a lifetime and the will of an athlete, and I'm not discrediting that, but going back to our initial conversation about depth and seeing how this series has unfolded, a part of you has to realize that it is unrealistic to ask two people to score 30 plus and play 40 plus minutes a night. Now, the time playing is not necessarily the biggest factor here because everyone's playing a lot of minutes. It's the points that you're requiring of them when you are going against a team. You watch that game. Michael Porter Jr. started hot. Jokic started hot towards the end of the first half and then really cooked in the second. You had KCP. You had Aaron Gordon. There was a point that the Nuggets were literally running circles around. That is exhausting as a player, as two players who have to hold the weight of an entire team because they don't have anything to counterpunch the punch is being thrown in their direction.
So why doesn't minutes matter then? Because I'm looking across the board and we have this discussion and you guys keep confusing me here. It's like if you look across the board, LeBron's doing it and AD's doing it.
It's not about
Jimmy
the minutes.
Butler's doing it. Even the Nuggets are doing it. So why isn't it about the minutes?
It's not about the minutes. It's about the minutes and the productivity that you're requiring of those minutes. If you playing 40 minutes a game is what most stars are doing in the playoffs.
Right. Yes, right.
But playing 40 minutes a game and requiring 30 plus points in those 40 minutes every single night is drastically different. Because if you're playing 40 minutes a game and say you can, on one night you're only going to get 20
let me ask you this question.
or 25, that's
so let me ask you this question.
You're asking them to literally score every single time they have the ball in their hands.
Maybe we're getting somewhere. Maybe you can break. Maybe you can get through to me on this depth conversation. So are you telling me, and help me here, Joker, okay, Embiid, AD, LeBron James, Steph Curry, like any of the stars that in any of the stars, the superstars that are still in a postseason right now, are you telling me their coaches are coming into games saying, we're not going to run the offense through you. We don't need you to score 30 points.
It's not that we don't need you. What I'm saying is what you need and what is realistic.
Sorry to cut you off. And the reason why I brought that up is because, to me, no, I'm expecting Joker, and I could be wrong here. I'm expecting Joker every night to drop 30. I need Embiid to drop 30 points every night. AD, LeBron James, Steph Curry, like I need them to drop 30 every night. So that's what I'm not understanding. We're saying, well, it's not about the minutes, and also our stars don't need to drop.
Hear what you're saying, though. That's
like telling a wide receiver, like, hey, we're in a Super Bowl, but we're not going to throw you 10 passes.
Right,
we're going to go to the other guy.
Hear what you're saying, though. You're expecting Jokic to drop 30 plus points a night.
Right.
Your expectation and what the reality of a series is not always wrong, is not always the same thing. So what I mean by that is, yes, you expect Jokic, you expect your star players to give you a certain productivity every single night. I completely agree with you on that. But the difference is when we talk about a deep team and we talk about a team that's not deep, the difference is if Jokic doesn't give you 30, he falls short of that. Say he only gives you 27. They can still win.
I agree.
But on the Suns, the issue is if KD and Booker do not give you that, there's a high probability, because those points can come from elsewhere, that they will lose. And that is why they're at a deficit.
I
agree with you, though. Your stars, you expect certain performances, but you also have to prepare for the fact that they may not be able to give you that every single night, especially in the course of a 7-game series. And that's why they're in trouble.
I know what the Suns need to do, right, if they want success, because one thing that's consistent with all of the teams right now that are having success in the playoffs is elite center play, right? Like you were listing off some of the guys that are doing it for their teams. It's Joel Embiid, right? It's Jokic. It's Anthony Davis. And right now, I think we're kind of letting DeAndre Ayton off the hook. Right?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think that if he has a big game in Game 6,
but what's a big game?
That gives them a chance. I want at least 10 plus rebounds from DeAndre Ayton. He's not even giving me that. I want better defense from DeAndre Ayton on Jokic. I need at least let me get 20 points. Let me get 20 points. You're capable of 20 points. I think DeAndre Ayton needs to step up for the Suns if they want to give themselves.
What is he averaging? Can you go through some of his numbers, Corey?
Last game he had 14 points. The 2 games before that, he scored under 10 points, and then he scored, I believe, 14 points in game 1.
Yeah, but I'm not worrying about the points. Talk to me about the rebounds.
Rebounds?
You said something. You want 10 rebounds. Because the reason why I say that is because when you're going against a back-to-back MVP and Joker, right, it's clear that their game plan is, do everything you can to make his life a living hell. And that's what seems to be the game plan. I know it's hard, but
he's falling short. He's falling short of that.
But do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like they're going in and saying, we don't really need much from you on the offensive side. I'm not expecting anything because you got impossible task on the other end. I need everything out of you to slow this dude down.
I mean, that's a terrible game plan considering you don't have the cushion on offense to go ahead and do that. Like, what you do on defense should not dictate what you give me on offense. I'm not asking you to drop 50. I'm not asking you to drop 40. Can you give me 10, 15, 20? Like, you can't go ahead and kind of cut somebody slack because they have an impossible task defensively. it's a two-way game. There's offense and there's defense. What you're doing on the defensive side does not dictate or does not let you off the hook of what I need from you offensively, and he's falling short of that.
It's similar to Jordan Poole, Ashley. We had this conversation when Stack was on Monday, and I think we followed up yesterday, right? It's about like the younger guys overcoming challenges, overcoming adversity, right? Whatever Jordan Poole is going through, right? He's been affected tremendously in the postseason. Ayton, you got to think about Ayton. A couple years ago when Chris Paul ended up going to the Suns, it was Chris Paul being a facilitator, getting Ayton and Booker in the game, right? And Chris will still do his thing. Now let's fast forward. You have Devin Booker, who's the best player in the NBA right now, right? Let me shelve that right now. For the postseason, everybody know that, but like I'll shelve that. We'll come back to that.
He's probably the best player in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm saying, like, can he carry that? Can he carry that to next year?
You don't think he's top 3?
Oh, of course, top 3. But
he's the best player in the NBA right now. From just looking at the postseason.
I'm talking about in the playoffs right now. I would say it's probably, like numbers wise, probably him.
Number one,
Jokic.
Come on, now, Jimmy Buckets.
And probably Jimmy Butler is top.
Jimmy,
right?
and then Joker's still up
we
there.
know who number one.
I'm trying to think. We gotta
look at his number one.
I mean,
he's number one.
Yeah, I would say they're top. I would say they're top 3 right now.
Come on, this is insane what he's doing. But anyways, I'm saying that because now you trade for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant comes in. Who's going to get the ball, right? KD and Devin Booker, and you had CP3. This guy is trying to find his way. That's what it seems like, right? Like he's not used to, when I get my opportunity, am I going to be there, right? And that's what you want from your star players. We saw that in the kid from the Lakers. What's his name? What's the kid that had a big game?
Lonnie Walker the fourth.
Lonnie Walker. Like Lonnie Walker is like, I'm sitting here, I'm cold. I get my opportunity, boom, I give you 15.
I think though
some players can't do that, Ashley.
But I told you this when the series started. When you when you were talking about all you need are these 4 guys.
That's right, and I still
Kevin Durant, Devin Booker. I'm gonna give you that superstars. CP3 is aging. Let's
Ashley, you're wrong. You're wrong again. He's aged. He's aged.
Okay, whatever. I was trying to be respectful. But in terms,
and I love you, CP.
In terms of DeAndre Ayton, that's why I asked you. Like, have you watched him play this season? You're expecting him to flip a switch and become a player. He's not. DeAndre Ayton, respectfully, is not the guy that people are all of a sudden expecting him to be in the playoffs. He's not that guy.
You know what? Yes, that is my expectation.
But he's never been that guy.
Let me tell you. No. It's a challenge for some of these players where it's like, where you are a focal point within the scheme of the offense, and then you got to go to, I'm just a guy, right? But the expectation is for you to be, what's the kid's name again for the Lakers?
Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie Walker. That's what I'm expecting. You're a professional. I hear what you're saying, Ashley, and you're right as far as like, okay, he's not the guy. But bro, he needs to look himself.
That guy.
I know, but he needs to look himself in the mirror and say, man, I got to be available. All that other bullshit, you get one opportunity. Sometimes as a player, you think that your career is going to last forever. You think that, there's a next year. No, those next years stop. And you don't have those opportunities. And you're going to be sitting here looking like James Harden or Charles Barkley or even me in football, where you never had that chance to play on the biggest stage in sports, right? Whether NBA or NFL. And so that's what's going on for me, when it comes to some guys like the Jordan Pooles of the world and the Aytons of the world. Like, that's a problem. You have to fight adversity. And now we're showing that some of these guys can't. And that's a problem.
Yeah. All right, guys, moving on. So Suns, Nuggets, we'll see what happens in Game 6. 76ers handle business in Boston. The Celtics are on the brink of elimination thanks to Joel Embiid and the supporting cast. Joel Embiid, he had 33 points. Maxey, he had 30 points. And James Harden almost had a triple-double. He was 2 rebounds shy. He had 17 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. Ashley, what adjustments do the Celtics need to make to give themselves a chance in Game 6? They'll be on the road.
There's a lot of things wrong with watching that game. Put a different microscope on this team that I don't think that I noticed previously. I think that there's a few issues here. They need, one, for starters, a true point guard. Marcus Smart's not a point guard. I don't know if the tandem of Brown and Tatum can work at this point.
Yeah.
It just does not seem that it's going to work.
Yeah.
Also, Joe Mazzulla, I don't know if he's the coach that this team needs. It's not the same as Ime Udoka. Like that intensity, that continuity is just not there with this team. It's not that same well-oiled machine that we saw last year. It's almost like they're playing as strangers. There's no level of symmetry between them when they're on the court. It's just not there. Yeah. So there's a lot of issues with this Celtics team. I mean, some of those shot selections were horrendous. It's just the lack of adjustments and the abandonment of what they do well to really just live and die by that 3 ball. There's just so many issues with this team.